narrow woods, managing to keep yourselves from wandering into the Shadowfell. You did have a few encounters. You had a scary time when you had to fight these shadow vampire things. And oh, hold on 1 second. Ah, sorry, my cat must have hit a button. Uh, and another time when one of your party members snuck off and shot an arrow at a random old lady he spotted in the woods, all because he was convinced she was a hag.
First of all, Lunissa is a she, not a he.
Sorry, my bad. I'm so sorry.
It's fine.
I did not mean to gender slip. I'm very sorry. But so she wandered
Miss
off and
Shane.
fired an arrow at this random old lady. That was not a threat to anybody. That was busy just tending to some mushrooms conduit in the woods.
That's
But
your
they did
opinion.
find her home after she vanished, and could see that there was, among other things, a giant skull in the back, wards to keep the house protected, along with a goat pen and a semi-wild garden in the front of various edible plants. But you guys continued on your way, and by evening managed to make it past walls that seemed to be erected right outside the woods, and eventually made it to the city of Andros, the port city, a major port city of this country. Uh, Once there, Lunis detected some thieves' cants and went and took you guys out to the docks and to a warehouse there, and got some information about certain things from a bullywog named Gasper after being shown the secret knock into the hideout. Uh, by the end of the session, your characters were tired, so you were making your way towards a inn that was recommended to you. Supposedly a very large inn that was erected not that long ago to help service the needs of coming travelers and whatnot. So that's where we're picking up now. You guys have made it down the street. It is now dark out. The moons are in the sky. We're coming up over the horizon. And you see this glorious structure that seems to take up an entire city block. Uh, there's one grand entrance, and then there's a couple other smaller entrances that have seemed to be shops that make up the first level. Uh, the grand entrance itself isn't your normal. Normally, you go into like a tavern or an inn sort of place, and you ask a bartender for that thing, for like a room or something like that. This place seems a bit more bougie, as you go into a front entrance, and it's a big reception area. Uh, Currently, there is a man standing behind the desk, grinning. He's a human with slim, dark hair that you can see peeking up from underneath the hat. He smiles at you. Ah, more guests for the evening.
Yeah, we were hoping to acquire some rooms. Heard you got
Sure.
quite the establishment here.
Oh, yes. And unlike most other establishments that most people are satisfied with, I do not make you double up on your rooms. Each one of you can have an individual room.
That is fancy.
Hmm. Now, they come in several different degrees, of course. We have some very small rooms, pretty much just a bed for the night for the modest price of 5 silver. And then we have a bit larger rooms with a double bed if you have more than one person for a gold. Now, that gold price does also include a continental breakfast. Uh, for for 5 gold, we have a quite large room with a fancy dinner first that includes wine. And breakfast, of course. So, how many rooms can I get for you? And what kind?
What we got? 2,
What, 6 people?
6. Phaedra puts. She goes into the bag of holding. We will need 5 rooms.
All right. What kind of room shall I be procuring for you this evening? And he runs his eyes over your group again and smiles. Wow, you have a rather interesting collection of people with you, don't you?
Yeah, we've been on the road for a little bit, and I think a
And it
little
sounds
creature.
like you'll also be needing a bath. Well, the best room, the one for 5 gold, does include its own luxury bath assignment with the latest of heating elements with its own tub that can fill itself.
You know what? Yeah. She'll hand over 25 gold. Well, we only need 5 rooms, but we'll need, I guess, accoutrement and dinner for 1. If that makes sense. 2 of us will share a room.
Ah, yes, yes.
Okay. So she'll hand over, I guess, 30 gold.
Ah, how very nice of you. Yes, well, the dining hall will be available to you. I am sure I will tell the tell the wait staff to allow for a table that will fit all of you. Um, if that's all right, unless of course you wish to separate your party a bit.
No,
Yeah,
I
that's
mean, I'm okay with eating together if you guys, unless people want some private time.
He kind of turns around and he starts plucking different keys off the wall behind him. And they're all like this kind of gold and shiny in color. Well, here we go. 5 keys. Each of them have their room numbers. Your rooms will be up on the 3rd floor, which is the nicest of the floors.
And what was your name?
Oh, I am Raymond Holster. I am the proprietor here.
Ah, pleasure.
By day, I work in trade as a chemist. I operate the pharmacy. But by night, by night I make sure that all of my guests are taken care of.
All right, Raymond. Well, we will make our way and thank you.
You're most welcome.
And Phaedra will hand everybody a key.
Hey, Grizz,
Yeah?
real quick. Were you meant to accidentally say Lord? I mean, Lord?
Huh? When did I say that?
Bringing in customers or something? Just then. You started, and it sounded like lured
I
into this fine establishment.
definitely did not say that. But if you want to think I said that, that's going to be interesting for you. Did your character, did you personally, Jesse, hear lured, or did your character hear lured?
A bit of both. How about that? Let's make this night
So,
interesting.
Eric, roll an insight check.
Oh dear.
This will be fun.
Please.
Insight, he's actually not that bad.
Please roll low.
15.
Mm,
You know, I'm gonna whisper this to you, actually, Jesse.
Oh, hells yeah. Then there is being a plotting creep. Not gonna lie, you had me at the start.
Oh, I think you whispered that to the wrong person, Grizz.
What? Oh no, that came up on you as well because you still have control of his character.
You have control of my character.
Hold on, I'm taking you out of there.
Yep.
No, I didn't know he does.
Oopsie
Should have
doopsie.
been paid to whispered info.
Yep. I will just ignore that.
Hey, was I right?
I'm just staring him down with eyes closed. Just.
You guys stare somebody down with eyes closed.
Intensely.
Okay.
Oh, and since he's staring me down a little bit more, I'm staring him down even more. This is a stare off.
I think the word Jesse was looking for was narrowed.
Narrow eyes. Yeah.
Very narrow eyes. They get even narrower when he looks at me.
Yeah, Lunissa, you definitely notice Urk giving this guy a strange look with weird
That-
narrowed eyes.
Yeah, I'm just gonna ignore it because that's correct. No, not
Just
correct.
ignore
And then he'll pipe up. So, you got an area where I can play my music?
I am certain you can go into the saloon, and he points in the direction on the building. There's actually an archway that seems to go off into a more bar area versus another archway past the stairs, which seems to go into a nice big dining hall. I'm sure you can play in there.
You had me at bar, and he starts walking in.
Right. All right.
He gives a wide grin to you all. Well, I imagine you wish to go to your rooms and freshen up, and I will see about the dinner, shall I?
Sure. I guess everybody meet down here in about an hour or two.
All right.
Sounds good.
I'll go to my room.
Hmm.
All right. So each of the rooms are basically on the third floor for each of you is going to be about the same. It's like you go up the stairs. It's kind of weird. The stairs are kind of laid out a bit strange. I mean, you got the stairs that's right by the entrance desk, and then you got other stairs that seem to be down a hall or around like the side of a corner before it goes up to the third floor.
Interesting.
So it's almost like you feel like you could get lost here easily.
Oh, good. I guess we try to make our way up to the third floor.
No, you do. Everything's nice and brightly lit, with what looks like small gas lanterns built into the wall.
Well, this seems like a nice place to do some experimenting.
What? Well,
What do you mean?
What?
What?
Well, if we got that diamond dust, I was thinking of putting down a spell on the gem.
what kind of spell?
The one that requires diamond dust. Oh, sorry, you don't.
Oh,
Later
yeah,
restoration.
yeah. Well, what? Okay,
Well, I mean, we gotta try it out.
but what would you try it out? Why does this place inspire you? What?
Well, I just want to see if I can get the spell to stay on it.
Oh, okay. I thought you were sensing that there was something bad.
There's always some kind of fuckery going on.
Not wrong.
No.
Besides, why not? Yeah, I really just want to see if it stays there for a long time.
Oh no. Yeah, definitely.
best to do it inside of a town rather than on a road.
Mm-hmm. Viren, do you want to join? Take
Sure.
notes.
Absolutely.
Right. Guess we're just gonna walk off into one of our rooms.
We'll go to Will's room, I guess.
All right, now I'm going to describe each of the rooms. Each of the rooms are very nice. They have a nice big bed, which is well enough for 2 people. There is a chest of drawers. There are what looks to be gas lamps in each of them. There is a screen behind which there is a full tub, and next to it is clearly, well, it kind of trying to think of what the best analogy is. It's better than a hole in the ground sort of thing. It it almost looks like a bedpan, except that it's point of porcelain and it's attached to some pipes. And like maybe you've seen something like this before. Actually, I imagine that Viren probably has, because I think he probably has stuff like that. So you guys have probably seen it in a very
Bougie one
fancy
sort of.
house.
Yeah,
Yeah.
big-
So
Bougie.
definitely indoor plumbing is kind of a luxury. It's like you don't have that in your in your inn.
Mhm.
Or at least you don't have multiple floor indoor plumbing in your back home in your tavern. But this is very nice and fancy,
We have a poop chute.
and it's got water in it too. And there's even a little basin that with taps on it next to that. But the main thing is the nice bathtub. But yeah, it's
All right.
nice. A nice. There's wide enough space. There's even 2 chairs in the room.
But this is a weird room. All right.
What a little bit of comfort. We've been on the road a little bit. It'd be nice.
Yeah, but what are those things?
What or what?
yeah,
The
what
big,
is Will playing?
the big like, tub.
Well, the tub is a tub. I imagine you.
Yeah, but
Clean
where'd you get the
yourself in.
water? Do you want me to carry buckets up here?
Or it
So
could be some sort of enchantment. I don't know.
I don't
He
know.
said it fills itself.
Walks over to the tub. Fill.
Nothing happens.
It's broken.
Taps side of the head. Detect magic.
It's interesting.
Maybe
The tubs themselves do not have any magical effect, but there appears to be some kind of low-level protection spells that seem to be weaved in throughout the walls that you can detect by looking at using your detect magic spells.
interesting. No magic on the tub, but there's sort of protection on the walls. Maybe so people can't hear what's going on? I don't know.
Break
Alright.
the walls
What?
as easily. Or break the walls as easily.
Or break the walls.
Oh, should we try that out? Shillelagh?
No, 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 no. Let's not break the nice hotel room.
Will is the kind of bad visitor that trashes a hotel room.
I said as easily. I didn't say makes it invincible.
Blasts it.
I'm fairly certain Will could break the wall if he wanted.
Alright, so Will's gonna take out the burlap sack that he has the gem in. It was kind of large, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's been. I imagine he has been like carrying it in a burlap sack on a stick, like a hobo style,
Nice.
at the end of his stuff.
And Fader will sit on the edge of the bed and watch.
All right.
All right. The last spell we had in it was a healing spell, wasn't it?
Yes.
That's
Yeah,
correct.
I believe so.
Anyone here has a cut or anything?
Uh,
I mean, it's not hard to create a cut.
I mean, I can. Are you trying to see if it still would heal?
Yeah.
All right. Summons Bob. Slice his hand. Bleeds.
Hold on a second. What
Healing spell?
Never mind. Never mind. Ugh, sorry. My brain just went fuzzy for a second.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Go
so
ahead. Finish what you're saying, please.
okay. Phaedra's got a cut on her left hand,
Okay.
and she reaches over and touches the I guess the crystal, whatever was it, a crystal geode, whatever it is.
It's like some
I
kind
thought
of
it was something
stone or
like
crystal.
ruby.
It's hard to tell,
Yeah. She'll just place her hand on it.
and it still appears to have the same spell it had in it when the last time you cast it, and it starts healing up your hand again.
Seems to work.
That's a long time.
Mm-hmm.
That's days. And the fact that I just put a easy spell like that in, and it's stuck around for long enough to continue doing the same effect. That's not the nature of the spell.
Mm-mm. I'm still concerned that we need to get this into somebody's proper hands. I don't. I mean, I
Pretty sure my hands are proper.
No, Will, I knew that that was coming next. I'm saying that we have something very powerful. That's all. I think that our hands are very trustworthy, and I trust you to a point. But I don't know. I just feel like there could be. I don't. She just
Say
shakes her head.
one person that you know of that you trust so much. And I said person, so rule out any gods or higher power beings.
Honestly, at this point, I don't know who we can trust anymore. To be fair,
So
I
we're all
know.
going by the old
First, just
standard.
keep it in the
Yeah,
guild.
we're going by the old standard of tips.
Well, technically, I got tips on it when I picked
I
it up.
All right.
didn't hear.
Cast a spell.
All right. Yeah. So let's see if we can't have greater restoration on it. I am sure healing is fine,
Mm-hmm.
but I feel greater restoration would be even better. So
That'd be incredible.
you'll take out the diamond dust, put it in his hand, and slap the stone.
I love how that has become the way to cast greater restoration for Will.
Yeah.
Smack.
Smack.
The dust seems to be to vanish after it sparkles for a moment, and the stone glows. Roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Please fail.
Yes. Please fail. Yeah. Kind of why I wanted more people
I
to
just
be
want
here.
ownership of the stone.
But here's the thing. I roll with advantage.
Ugh.
And he's also a fucking druid.
Pulse. Okay. Will, do you have anything wrong with your character that you haven't noticed that you that the rest of the players don't know that could be considered a disease or curse or any of that
Well, I
sort?
mean, he has something of a personal curse, but I don't think Greater Restoration would solve that.
All right. I'm gonna take a double check at your equipment just to make sure there's no cursed items in there that that
Oh,
you
that
don't
would
know
be
about.
fun. Is this bag of cheese cursed? I mean, I do have one cursed item. It's the fawn coin.
That's not a cursed item.
It keeps
Uh,
coming
uh,
back.
Curse wheel cheese is the curse of lactose intolerance,
Mm.
but also
Alright,
makes you
everything's
desire
good.
it.
I was just double checking.
Oh.
All right.
Ooh, I actually have a cursed item in my bag.
Well,
Alright, everything's good.
I, 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 Now, do you have anything to try it on? Did you say something about a cursed item?
I don't want to touch it, Will, because it could take my heart out. But I do have a cursed item in my bag.
I mean,
What-
could it get rid
Yes,
of my
let's not touch that one.
curse?
Do you have a
My-
curse?
I currently have a negative effect of my weapon on me.
Well, I don't think that classifies as a curse because it's
Yeah, exactly.
an effect linked to the bow itself.
Is it a curse? I think if it's a curse,
No,
it
it
has to
can't be a
say it's
curse.
a curse. Like, what's the werewolf sickness? Like,
Lycanthropy?
Yeah, that's a curse, right?
It is and isn't.
Yeah.
It basically depends on what kind of lycanthropy. Lycanthropy that's not born into you, can be considered a curse. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, it is. It's
But if you're a born
weird.
lycanthrope, it's not a curse. But then again, a born lycanthrope isn't subject to alignment shift either.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Like the Vistani can bestow curses upon you,
Yes.
and that's yeah, curse. Yeah. So that's not.
What cursed item do you have, Phaedra?
Oh, we were down in the dungeon below Waterdeep, looking for that crazy mage person, and I have a cursed heart that we found in a box. And apparently if you were to touch this withered heart, it would remove whoever's heart touched it and put it in the box in the statue.
I hate when
Back.
that happens. Accidentally hit a button.
Oh, I hate
Done.
whenever a heart gets ripped from my chest too.
Why don't we throw that? Why doesn't
mean-
someone throw that against Gale and Cole? Just, you know.
Well,
Can
why
we
you think I've
convert
been holding
That
on
would
to
be
it for a
quite a-
rainy day?
I mean,
Just
You-
drop it out of the bag into a sling and just sling the
Mhm.
heart inside.
I've been holding on to it just in case, but it's very dangerous and I don't want to risk like getting it out until we like really fucking need it.
And touching it's not necessarily going to make you curse. It's going to kill you.
Yeah, it's gonna straight up kill you. But I imagine that the item is cursed.
sounds like a cursed item.
Mm-hmm. But I've been holding on to it for a rainy day. Oh, and Will, that reminds me, I also have your green helm that you really wanted to plant a pot in or a plant in. Use as a
Green.
planter.
Oh, right, yes.
Yeah.
Green helm? Will has a green helm now?
No,
Yeah.
I
we
forgot
found
you
it
took
in the
that.
room with the throne.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a how do we put this? A for us to remember how stupid we could be sometimes. There we go.
What?
We were a bit overcautious.
Yes, very overcautious. But we took the helm because we can plant lovely things in it.
That's correct, being overcautious?
It's oxidized copper, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's yeah. It was like a
Pretty.
chair and a helm, and we couldn't figure out how to open up the trapdoor and stuff. It was we were in there for a while. But we gave up and not all was lost because we have now a planter.
So,
Hmm.
what all can that spell remove?
Well, you can do a lot of things. It can make you unpetrified, for example,
Yes.
as we did with Lunissa.
We have all those people in the basement still.
Yeah, but that's all the way over there.
Yeah, that's
Fair.
all the way in the basement.
I'm just saying. When we
And
get back.
there's, it could stop people from being under the effect of influence of another creature. Yeah, could remove curses. Could also, make you less tired, technically.
Gets rid of exhaustion.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of things on that spell that I've never used it for. Usually, I only use it to get people unpetrified.
Well, that is kind of its main use.
Yeah, but the fact that it can reverse a attunement change.
Or the fact that it can reduce exhaustion levels, and so we now have a ball of caffeine.
Yeah, exactly. It all a fixed hit point
By the way,
maximum.
I've got a handout for a picture of a bullywug, although this is a tribal bullywug instead of a more royal, more city dwelling bullywug. But this is still
You need-
Oh,
bullywug.
okay.
I know what the
Or-
bullywugs look
And
like.
we got bugbear
Freaky.
pictures.
Yay!
Oh, while you're doing that, could you throw out the handout for me for the Staff of the Woodlands? Because I've had it for a while and I keep having to go into the compendium to find it.
Okay, I kind of thought I had that. Hold on. Actually, that's right. No, it was an item I gave you special, so it wouldn't have been on this.
Well, all right. Can someone here put a curse on someone? What about petrification? Can someone here petrify someone?
On all those effects, the only thing I can do is exhaust people.
Can anybody charm me?
Oh, I don't-
Shiori.
There you go, Will.
Looks over, smiles at Shiori. That's true.
So, are you putting hallucinatory? Oh, never mind. I accidentally scrolled all the way up.
Gives her a wink.
I mean, I do have charm person.
Okay.
It's in your
Come
inventory, by
on,
the way.
Viren. Charm me. Oh, we gotta see
Alright.
if it works. Yeah, come on.
Fair enough. And I'll cast charm person on Phaedra.
Well, make your wisdom saving throw, or just let it happen.
I'm letting it happen.
Okay. What are you gonna charm her
Alright.
to do, Rick?
Tell her to touch the stone.
Okay. Phaedra, could you please touch a stone for me?
Sure, I was gonna do that anyway, but okay.
Shut up.
Does it work?
It should. If she touches the stone, it
Yeah.
definitely works.
Interesting.
I will say this. I know most of you guys have a very capable mental fortitude. Myself, I've been charmed a few times in battle. That's very helpful.
I was thinking about maybe putting this at the end of a stick to make a staff, and then you boot people with it when you need to.
So you're continuing with the act of violence with casting the spell. Got it.
Yes, of course.
I
Is that a component?
found the heart in the box.
Yes.
It's a somatic component.
A slap loud enough to be heard across the room.
There's a lot of magic stuff that I need to learn about.
Mm-hmm.
Fascinating. I never thought that.
How big would you say this is, Chris? Like a clenched fist, or
I'm trying to think.
two
To
clenched
a
fists?
human or a let's see.
Well, just
to
from
a
a reference for me now.
yeah, I'm
So,
trying to think of the reference. It would be
and for all
bigger.
you know, I'm
It'd be
human.
bigger than a clenched fist for a gnome. So
Okay. Yeah. I mean, maybe it could be put as some kind of amulet and holds out the what's it called? The amulet of health that he has. So,
Mhm.
like something like this, maybe. So it would be a little bit cumbersome, but could work.
True.
Then it would, every time you would be under the effect of something that a greater restoration could fix, it would automatically reverse it.
That's interesting. What if we were able to like fashion some sort of a device like around it, like a cage almost? And then that way it could be used as a amulet or as like a charm for your staff or interchangeable, you know?
Hmm. Definitely. You know, we're absolutely not the first people to come across a ridiculously magical artifact and then turn it into a, magical item that has history across the ages.
Boop. You want to make it a boop staff?
Yes, we could make the boop.
Well, I mean, we do have a Chuck and Peleos back in Neverwinter. They were talking about Peleos was trying to get back into his enchanting. Whenever we're done with, I guess, over here,
Hmm.
we could always check in at Neverwinter. And fuck, we don't even know what's going on with Ralthor.
And best thing is, if we were to create this caging for it and have it used as this item, we could always just say that this is what the item does, and people would be amazed that this is what the item does. And we would never tell anyone that it could be changed.
That's fair, and we could have it be like a guild heirloom.
Yes. And guild secret of a kind. A magical item that could do harm, but as long as nobody knows about it. And it would
Fair.
just stay to do good.
I like this plan.
I like it too. Do you want me to keep hold of it, or do you want to carry it?
I don't know about putting it in the bag of holding. I mean,
To be fair,
mhm.
and this is my point. Unless we can have it constantly on the person that we don't want to be either charmed, petrified, or whatever, having it on somebody that can quite easily maneuver around might be beneficial. I mean, I know Will's not the fastest, but
Yeah, sneaky.
you're also the one who can move more freely along a battlefield.
And more freely. Did you see me run back and forth? No, you didn't. Of course you didn't.
In fair, you're also not much fast. I mean, you and Phaedra are about the same speed, except that she can fly.
So in that room with the golems, I was almost stepped on so many times.
You were?
Yes.
Be
Oh, okay.
careful.
Tell that to the golems.
You've got eyes. Watch out for the golems.
You also can't. They can't see you.
Yeah.
I should always be cautious that he might step on an invisible gnome.
Mm-mm.
It's not normally something people worry about.
Yeah, agreed.
Oh, I'll make them worry about it then.
Apparently.
It's something we usually worry about because we know, especially when we see you go invisible, because we never know where you are.
It's good that Viren's spells are so weak. The
Excuse
amount of
me?
times that I stood in the middle of a fireball.
My spells are not weak. How dare you?
Yeah. He was able to transport us across the land,
All
right?
right, I'll
Okay,
give you that.
that's
Your
a different matter,
fireball
but-
is like a brisk wind.
Oh, goodness.
Excuse me?
I'm still standing, aren't I?
Fader kind of gets like a little smirk and like looks over at Shiori. You know what? It would be fun to have like a battle royale in guild. Like good old like training days back in Waterdeep. It could be fun. Looks at Varen and Will.
Why, this wouldn't be fair, would it?
I'm all for a little friendly competition, but let's not do it in the bougie hotel.
Why not?
Because I don't want to burn through all our guild funds fixing everything.
Perfect place.
But there are
Battle Royale.
there's some protection spells on the walls, though.
Yeah, exactly. If anything, this is the best place to have it.
Oh my god.
Worry about doing that when we've dealt with things.
Fine.
Ah.
Well, hang on to that, Will. And yeah, I think if everybody's okay with that plan, I think we try to make something out of it and have our first guild artifact.
Oh, yes, we could.
After we're done with grabbing what we need here, maybe swing by Neverwinter before we go by to get the next sword. Or we're getting 2 swords over here, that's right. The 3rd sword. And go from there.
To be fair, we
But in
could
the meantime, what?
To be fair, we could also form a path here instead of teleportation and swing by there and come back through here again.
Oh, that is
Potentially.
right. We do have doorway stones from Lograth.
There's a door all the way where we would need to go anyways. It's a potential.
Fair.
Either way, it wouldn't be a bad idea to set up a doorway here. Somewhere.
Well, I guess in the meantime, I'm gonna go freshen up and then see everybody downstairs for dinner here in a little bit. Where
Good
did
plan.
Urk go?
Singing.
Drinking.
Probably both.
I'd like to see him do
Probably
both at the same time. See if he can swallow a drink whilst getting a noise out.
Speaking of which,
He's
As-
already on it.
as you guys are your conference and you're starting to go into getting ready, getting freshened up, taking baths and all that good stuff. Urk, you are in a nice saloon area. There is a door that leads back outside. Most people are coming in through there, and there is the archway that leads back into the main section of the lobby, where your friends all left you and went upstairs. Some people are giving you interested looks. It's like rather than the potential fear that people might have had looking at you back in the last town you're in, more people are giving you curious looks and like trying to study you a bit as you walk in.
I study them back.
You see various humans, gnomes, and goblins kind of gathering around on bar stools, getting drinks. Most of them are dressed nicely. Seems to be a bit more upper scale than you're used to, but there is a stage area in the back, uh, with some comfortable seating directly in front of it, off to the very end of the bar. And currently, there's no one up there.
I will start walking towards it while seeing what everybody's reaction is to walking up there.
You see a goblin in a bowler hat, just kind of tilting its head to the side and kind of like squinting at you with yellow eyes. And huh, I don't even think I know what kind of creature you are, son.
I'm the musical kind.
Well, if that's the case, you gonna play us a tune?
I may.
Well, get to it then. And you're sort of the other go, yeah, yeah.
Prepare to be blown away. And he will get up on stage and play his normal tunes, which is usually metal.
All right, roll performance check.
I will. You ready for this?
Mhm.
For it.
Oh shit!
God.
I got it
Okay.
that one.
To be fair, it's still a 14, which is above average.
What the fuck?
Urk is definitely a rock god. Because even at playing at his worst, it's still not that bad.
So everyone else is kind of like, oh wow, this is nice. And Urk is really disappointed in himself. Like, wow, I'm doing shit today.
It's not bad. And it's like you hear a few people clapping politely, but nobody's booing at you. Nobody's throwing you out, but nobody's also throwing anything your way either.
I need to get better.
The goblin laughs. And
Expertise
turns
is
back
bullshit.
and turns back to his drink.
There's
That's a
only
mighty
one thing that's
fine
more.
insurance you got there, son.
Music.
He finishes his drink and pulls what appears to be a business card from his lapel and offers it to you, Urk.
I've been muted. He's like, are you sure? I mean, it was pretty bad up there.
It didn't seem too bad, and there might be some people interested in such sounds. Tell me, what do you know of the recording industry?
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Me thinks
Oh,
that
no.
Urk is gonna be the one trashing hotel rooms later.
What do you mean?
He continues to offer you the card. Well, son,
Okay, he'll take the card.
maybe you want to come by my shop tomorrow, and I will show you some marvelous inventions that might just help you refine your sound a bit better.
As long as there's no shady business, you got yourself a deal.
Good man, good man.
And he'll start walking away.
On the card, you see a name, Fizgog Tumbler, and it has like a small address that probably doesn't mean anything to you here in Andros. Basically a street number, and it just lists the business title as recorder.
He's about to get recorded. But he's going to his room to practice first.
All right. Dinner time comes rolling around.
Hurrah.
You see, at this point, the lobby is essentially closed down. There is a sign placard next to the bell saying, "No more rooms available for tonight. Please come back tomorrow." Sort of sign. And currently, people are filing into the dining room.
Shall we?
Find a nice big table for all of us to sit at.
Will comes down.
It seems like you've been expected, and you're actually led to your table with enough seats, 6 altogether.
Cool.
There's a couple other people. There's a bunch of smaller tables around and some 4 person tables. but it like looks like a very nice, like a nicer restaurant sort of feel. People. There's even two waiters, both human, wandering around filling wine glasses. People holding up their keys to show what kind of room that they have.
Interesting place.
It's fancy. But I figured.
Are all
You
of you
know.
now at the table, or does anyone not go down?
Will is there. Freshly
I-
bathed.
I am
Paper.
there.
Eric will also be going down with blisters on his fingers.
Current's down there as well.
I mean, it's, a little fancy, but I figured been on the road for a little bit, and then, other reasons it might be
wonder if
nice
they
to
need
have a nice
everything.
dinner.
Other reasons.
Will is just tapping his fingers on the table.
Give Shiori a little nudge and a smile.
Are there like nice wine glasses and stuff? Or
Yes, these seem to be made out of crystal,
oh yeah, crystal. Yeah.
and there's a nice chandelier above you, spreading nice light through the place. It's like not overly bright, and it's not like the dim. It's nice even light that's just nice for displaying food, for seeing your friends' faces, all of that.
I guess Phaedra will, wait around for a waiter to come by.
Will is kind of like, this place is very fancy. I wonder if they do need all of these things.
Well done.
Fucking hell, man.
Oh,
Well done.
Oh.
Great for you,
Love it.
Device.
Yeah, I'm scared I'm gonna break something. I'm not gonna lie.
I wonder if they would notice if things went missing here.
One of the human waiters sidles up to your table. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my.
Tonight, the chef has prepared a lovely fish chowder, a lovely baked fish with various vegetables, a sweet little salad course. There's an option of a cheese course. For a main course, there is a choice between the standing rib roast, which can be shared family style with the entire table, or pork loin, if you're so inclined. As for dessert, we have a lovely apple pie and a lemon tart that is quite delicious. What can I get for you each?
Hmm.
I haven't had this many options in a while. I don't know, some ribs sound good. You know what? For me, bring me. I guess I'll do the course and then I guess if anybody wants some family style ribs, I'll do that. But I'll try a little bit of everything.
I'll take ribs.
Shall I bring one standing rib roast for the entire table, or do each of you just want a the roasted ribs with the mashed potatoes and lovely braised carrots?
Oh.
I'll have a cheese platter as well.
Yeah, I want a cheese
As
platter.
you wish, sir. I will bring a lovely selection of cheeses for the table.
And you got one of those charcuterie board things? She wouldn't know what a charcuterie board is. Never mind.
I was about to say, if she doesn't,
No, she don't know that. That's
No,
a
of course
big
she,
word.
of course she does. Of course she does. She's a dwarf. They're culinary artists.
She was a slop chef for the fucking order. She doesn't know what a charcuterie board is. She knows what a rib roast is, but not a charcuterie board. Just bring it family style. We're all down to eat together.
as you wish. And the waiter disappears.
And drinks.
The other waiter actually comes around with the bottle and starts filling your glass with a lovely red wine.
You guys have rum?
I imagine if
need-
you wish an after dinner drink at the saloon, you can find yourself with a nice rum, sir.
Who needs rum when you have wine?
Who
Here,
needs wine when you got
here,
water?
unfortunately, at this table, it is customary for only wine and water to be served with the meals. There is a potential brandy and coffee with dessert.
Can I have dessert now?
I'm afraid not. The
Uh,
chef would not be very happy with dessert being served first. And he fills up your glass with red wine before vanishing.
Damn it.
Let's try.
Fine, I'll drink it.
Well, it is nice to be back in the society for a bit. I had a good feel of the forest.
At least the horse didn't get a good feel of us.
Hey,
Kinky.
no,
Kill us any day, basically.
you misunderstand, Eric.
Not in any way, shape, or form. His whole thing was you will die and we would basically devour you because
You will be nutrition.
you will be nutrition. But we said no.
Yes. Well, we'll talk to it and said no. Politely decline.
Politely.
I know we look tasty, but no.
And then he hung up.
Yeah.
Bye-bye now.
I love the fact that Will has the power to just hang up when he wants to.
He can even do that in real life, like in that, like
Yeah, you can just walk.
Like-
You can just go invisible, walk away.
That's one version of hanging up on the conversation.
He's a typical old man. I'm done with the conversation. Goodbye.
Yeah, I'm good. Bye.
This old man loves to travel.
Fury will drink the wine, I guess.
Got staff ready to travel.
Cocks and eyebrows, Shiori.
Wine has.
So the 1st
Mhm.
things that are served, each of you is provided with a lovely salad, and they each have like little plates. A nice loaf of bread is provided to the table, as is a lovely cheese platter.
Nom nom nom.
What's this green stuff? I thought we left the forest.
Revenge stabs fork on salad.
Oh, that's beautiful.
As I
love
remember it, we didn't really have any problem with the forest beings.
No. No.
Jesus.
Paige just chuckles and just like shoves some greens in her mouth and laughs.
Ah. Well,
See?
it's the nature things.
Yep. Now we digest them.
And what was with that look?
Oh, I was just you're with the points to the wine glass.
Wine, yes.
Oh, I'm She's got nothing to say. She's just like, okay.
She's nursing it.
Hmm,
It's not usually as bad as a normal
fair.
like ale.
All right. She like slowly like reaches for her wine glass and like takes a small sip and like will cheer Shiori.
It is.
Now, what is our plan?
Well,
The other town or out to sea?
well, I think we had to go to get more. We wanted to get more information, right? And
Mhm.
Lunisa, you said that we needed to go to Miliva. Is that right?
I think so. I mean, that's where the other guys told us to go. So
Yeah.
I mean, that's where pirates gather.
We might be able to get some more information on this captain
All
or
right.
admiral, whoever the fuck we're trying to find.
So a little coastal trip then, or are we taking a boat?
I'm okay with either one.
Valid.
I mean, let's think. Well, okay, let's think about this a little bit. I guess she'll grab some cheese and bread and just be talking.
Oh, look,
Mm?
it's moldy. Perfect.
Mm.
The cheese, yes, the cheese is. It has some lovely spots of mold in there.
Nice.
Well, one of the cheeses, anyway.
Good funky cheese. Nom nom. If we were to go by boat, which is the better place for us to get a ship? Here where there's less pirates or getting one in a pirate town? There might be more trustworthy crew over here. I mean, we always run the risk of some shady people always going to be somewhere, but I don't know.
You say like we are gonna run into some shady people. If shady people runs into us, they're gonna realize the definition of shady. Looks at Lenissa.
Hey,
Player looks of Aaron.
There's the moment a shady word appears, everyone is just looking at them.
What's that look for?
Why is everyone
Hi.
shooting eyes at everyone?
I'm eating cheese. I don't know what the fuck are you talking about. But anyway, seriously, like, do we want to get a ship here and go over, or get one in Miliva? Miliva, whatever. I guess there's benefits to both.
I mean, if we get a ship here, we have to be lucky enough that they are going to Milva, and then we possibly might need to get another ship there then.
Not
Yeah,
if we.
so
Fair.
it's possible that we would need to get 2 ships if we decided to get one here.
Yeah.
That's true.
It might just be easier to just walk.
True. I mean, but there is one benefit to doing getting the potentially two ships.
Hmm.
If we get one from here to go to Miliva, it's potential that we could try to be, guard for the ship. And if we are attacked by the, individuals, that would make it easier on us anyways.
Mm. Oh yes, the guard plan that. Who was it came up with that? Yeah.
Yeah, who was it? I don't know.
It's just that I don't know who would hire us.
I mean, anyone.
I'm sure
that-
I'm sure they have people already, but well, we can try it.
I mean,
Like,
if there's a pirate queen, that means at least the people doing the work aren't that good at their job. Because else,
And it's like if they wanted us to prove ourselves, it's not like we could. We would totally be able to do that.
Yeah, if they wanted us to prove ourselves, I'll blow up another ship,
Mhm.
and then they'll see.
Another?
Well, I mean, another as in not theirs. It would be kind of
And
silly if they asked me to prove myself if I could protect
Narrow's
the
eyes. Narrow's eyes at small gnome that has
See?
talked about. No,
Shooting
no.
looks. Shooting looks.
Yeah, shooting looks because you've mentioned stealing ships before.
Yes.
Have you actually blown up ships before?
No,
Will?
the first time I was ever on a ship, it was actually the flying one.
Oh. Hmm.
Technically, I haven't really been on the ocean until we fought the Kraken.
That's surprising, given how. Well, I guess not.
I mean, I've seen the ocean. I just had never had really much of an interest in going out there.
I guess
Or
that
the
makes
lands
sense.
and the forests.
Yeah.
Yes.
I will say this. Whenever we do decide to go out to the water, there's any way we can make sure we don't drown out there.
You want magical protection?
I was thinking of if we can find some items, if that's
Oh, some
easier.
items. All right.
Bob
unless
gives
you
me a
have
little.
something.
Magical items, yes. Those are better than me.
No, I just don't want to spend resources.
Nothing can replace you, Will.
I don't know how magic works as much other than the spells that I know. I know what's been used against me. So I don't know if you have a spell like that, or if it drains your resources.
I could do it.
How taxing is it on you?
Not very. I could do it. Like, you'd be surprised how easy it is to walk on water.
Hmm.
I know some people make it a big deal or something.
I
Like if
mean,
they're like, oh, this person walked on water. And it's like, everyone can do that if they just, focus on magic on their feet, on the souls on their feet, Will, throwing shade on Christianity.
I love it.
If we do need to swim, the ring does help me as well.
Mm-hmm. I can
Bob
also
helps
make
me
you
too.
breathe underwater. I did that before when we went down into the.
Oh, right. Fair about that. It's been a while.
Yes, water is actually very simple.
Yeah. Water's not that bad.
I can't exactly. I could make it easier for you to fight underwater as well if you need to.
Oh, nice.
I should be alright with myself, but
I'm
it
okay
wouldn't
as
be
well.
bad for
But-
those who can't.
And for others, yeah.
Yeah, I'm okay as well.
Lanisa could probably use it. And Urk.
And yeah, Urk might too.
Near what?
Assistance fighting underwater.
I
mean,
I can.
it's dark underwater, right?
Just more there's resistance more than there is in the air.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, but if I'm like right next to someone, it should be fine.
You'd be surprised how difficult it can be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much giving yourself a big disadvantage.
I mean, you're good at stabbing motions, which is probably the only thing that would work. Slashing, you could. Hitting something with a blunt object is kind of harder. But yes, I could do that. It's that is a little bit more straining, but I could do it to multiple people. But
But hopefully it doesn't come to that.
Fair.
No, but it's always
Now,
good
hope
to have-
we'll keep our shenanigans above water.
yes, but it's always good to be prepared for potential.
I'll take that into mind until tomorrow.
I always like to personally be prepared for any scenario if I can.
Is there anything else people might need while we're here? Darren, Irk, Denisa, Will, Shori, anybody?
I got a card
A what?
that
What?
says that it can help me out with items.
Where'd you get a card from?
I did really bad on stage, but this guy says that I'm good. Apparently, people were still clapping, but it hurt my ears listening to my own music. It doesn't happen a lot.
So you played a bad song that people apparently liked, and some guy gave you a card that could help you out with magic items?
I don't know if they're magical, but he said that tomorrow I should head over to at this area, and he points to the location. I don't know where it is, but I guess we could look at that tomorrow if you guys want.
Is it? Yeah, I guess we could. We'll need supplies and stuff before we hit the road again. I'm sure we can swing by and do something there.
Rations would be a good thing
Awesome.
to stock up on.
Rations. We do have a fair amount of guild funds too, if anybody needed anything. I'm just saying, I don't know if we're going to a pirate city. Probably the prices might be higher, maybe. And also, if we're going to be on a boat for a while, we don't know how long we're going to be at another port. So, if anybody needs something, now would be the time.
Can't really think of anything. There are, of course, spell components that are expensive, but can't think of any that I would need.
Just so everybody knows, we do have a little bit of potions in the bag of holding. We have some let's see. We have 2 potions of poison resist, 6 potions of giant size, 9 regular healing potions, a potion of climbing, and then the alchemy jug can make a little bit of poison for if you wanted basic poison for your daggers or arrows or whatever, Lunisa.
As you guys are
Maybe.
discussing this, your standing rib roast comes to the table along with plates for each of you, and some family platters of mashed potatoes, and another of carrots, and what looks to be turnips, and something else green at the back, which probably is spinach.
Yum.
He grabs a rib with his hands and starts munching down.
Well, rib roast is basically prime rib, so it's more of a steak.
Did I stutter?
I was just making sure you're aware of that. There is also a nice sized gravy boat to go along with all that. Now,
He
what sort
pours half of
dessert,
the gravy sauce on the rib.
and dessert drinks may we bring you in a while? The waiter asks as you guys are starting to disseminate your food.
With his mouth full. Better be a lot of brandy in that dessert.
I'll just have a water.
Statue of yourself carved from ivory decorated with gems worth at least 1,500 gold.
That's an interesting spell component someone wants.
Yeah, Yeah, that's a major spell component. So
Yeah,
yes,
could I have a jewel worth at least 1,000 gold pieces?
yes, you do need a spell component for that person who's asking me in whispers.
Higher level spells, higher value spell components.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
But I wouldn't use that. I have no need to, you know, cast planar binding.
Yori's just like probably gonna get a water because she's certain brandy would be a bad idea.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
So the waiter is asking what you guys would like for dessert, based on earlier rendition of what you were told.
Apple pie sounds good.
And a coffee or a brandy, miss?
I'll do brandy.
Very
Okay.
well.
Yeah, I'll take a apple pie and brandy.
What else do you have besides apple pie? I think I
Lemon
missed
tart.
it. Lemon hearts?
Tart.
Hold up.
Lemon tarts.
Lemon tarts.
Yes.
Yes.
I. Jesus. He'll take a lemon heart.
Lemon tart as well. Water, all right.
The waiter nods, writes down the orders, and goes back to the kitchen to leave you with your main meal.
I'll have a coffee.
Perfect.
Well, coffee for me. That's it.
The waiter takes down the coffee before leaving.
Blatantly ignores me. That's gonna.
No, not ignoring you.
He's gonna feel that in the morning. Let me tell you.
He didn't ignore you. He took down the order before leaving.
Dorian knows her limits with alcohol, which is not big.
Mm-hmm.
It's fine. Thank you. Hmm.
I'm
Have to
curious
see if
what.
there's anything.
Mhm.
I can check see what kind of shops are around. Other more health potions wouldn't be never a bad thing.
Mm-mm.
But we can also see if there's anything else we can afford. To be fair, that might be useful.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what kind of items they would have in this area. Honestly, I guess Lunice and Will did a little bit of shopping. I got the amulet and was very lucky. So yeah, we'll go to the market tomorrow. We'll see what we got and
Which is light.
yeah. And,
Once your plates are most of the way emptied, or the majority of you have emptied plates, your desserts begin to arrive. The emptied plates are removed from the table, and the fresh desserts are placed in front of you along with your drink of choice.
I'll be
That's
honest, this is not normally my speed.
yeah, this is very fancy. But oh, she kind of shrugs. That'll be nice for us to have a nice dinner.
Not wrong.
I wonder. While the lot of you were gone to Neverwinter, I ran some errands. And I picked up the dragon scales and the displacer hide. I wonder if we could have the hide fashioned into a cloak in a day before we leave. We might be able to get another one of those fancy cloaks like Shiori has for somebody else in the group. It's already cured and ready to go. I think it just needs to be tailored.
We could see about that, yeah.
Poor Will. Druid problems.
Mm-hmm. Well, I guess there's nothing really else. I guess we'll finish. Phaedra's gonna finish her dinner and then she'll go up to the room and she'll.
So Phaedra is first out of the dining hall of your party.
She will offer a hand to Shiori to see if she comes with.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Well, leaving
And
the
she'll.
Folks go into the saloon.
the three of you, as you're exiting the dining hall and into the main lobby, you hear a little excuse me
Yes.
coming from inside the lobby. You see a halfling woman in a kind of a billowy skirt, kind of a fine blouse and all that. Well, not really fine. It's like it looks fine at first, but like you take a closer look and it looks like it's a bit maybe thread worn, like maybe she's worn it quite a bit. But it looks like it started off as a very nice garment. And she got this kind of like apologetic look on her face as she kind of like clutches something to her breast. Looks like maybe a picture, and she's just waving her other hand at you guys. Uh, uh, excuse me. Uh, do you have a moment?
Uh. Sure.
Sure.
Uh, she kind of like
Walks over.
lifts
Yeah,
the
approach.
picture up, and you see a very nice the drawing of of another halfling man that looks a lot like her. Uh, says, I'm here looking for my brother. You don't happen to have seen him, have you?
Takes the picture and looks at it.
Can we try and use recall to see if we have? Maybe.
You look at it, and he does not look familiar to you. He was overdue at our back home, and well, I'm afraid that something must have happened to him while he was here. But I tried talking to the local constabulary, and they were no help. They say he's a grown man, and he probably got on a ship and decided he didn't want to come back to the farms. But I'm certain that's not true. He was in town last month for a showing of one of his inventions, and he wrote us back home saying that he was staying here, and I thought maybe if I came here and asked around, maybe somebody will have seen him.
Hmm.
That wasn't an elf at the desk, Jesse. That was a human.
Hmm.
Interesting. Well, sure. Let's see. I know that there's some. I don't have that magical capability, but do you have an item of his? Something, anything
Uh,
that might have his scent
are
on
you?
him?
Oh. Do you have
Uh,
a dog?
oh, I've got something better.
Uh,
Snaps fingers. Cinder pops around her neck.
Oh, and I realize I can also summon 2 mastiffs.
uh.
Oh, I forgot about that patch.
Yeah.
She's very good at finding things. If you have something where she might be able to pick up the scent, she might be able to find it.
Well, I do have the letter he sent, and she kind of pulls it from a pocket in her dress and hands it up. I don't know if it still has enough of his scent though.
Okay. Baby girl, no fire. Points at dragon. Take a whiff, and she'll like.
The woman, is studying your thing a little bit closer and goes, "What exactly is that?"
Well, she's a friend.
I've never seen
Tech,
anything quite like her.
she's very sweet. And like Cinder will like kind of crawl out, and like Fader will like extend an arm towards the lady, and Cinder will kind of cock her head, and then if the woman reaches her hand up, she'll give it like a boop with her nose and then a lick.
The woman actually smiles delightedly. Why, she somehow smells like my ma's kitchen during Winterfest.
Hmm.
It is quite a magical scent.
She's a gift from the spirit of Winterfest, we'll just say.
Oh, that is quite lovely.
Hmm. Okay, girl, get a good sniff from the letter and see if we can help this woman find
Sniff, sniff,
her.
sniff, sniff.
Yeah, find her person. And she will try to see if she can get a scent, because she has advantage on
All right,
perception checks specifically, as well with smell.
make that roll.
So, okay, perception with advantage.
Excuse me.
Jesus.
Cinder kind of like cocks her head a bit and sniffs the air, and kind of has this slightly puzzled look for a moment, where she looks up to the stairs that you were about to climb.
Um. Okay, girl. Let's do a little bit of a recon mission. Uh, we're doing this out in the open. This is not a good thing.
Yeah, there's a couple more patrons that are now pushing past you towards the stairs.
I have an idea, but we need to go somewhere. Yeah, Phaedra's going to cast invisibility on Cinder.
Can you show me the spell list real quick? Yeah. Okay. Touch
Visib-
Cinder. Wink. The
and
woman takes
then
a quick step back.
and then all we just need to do is just stay right here, and I'll have her look. And so just basically, I guess if there's like some place that they could sit in the grand entryway and look inconspicuous and sit down like they're
Well,
talking.
doesn't seem to be any place to sit in the lobby, but there is a saloon off the entryway.
Okay. Go Fader will go into the saloon and sit with the halfling and Shuri and Urk if they follow,
You're
and
now
she will look through Cinder's
you're now
eyes as
sitting
Cinder.
in a booth not too far from the stage.
Yeah. And she will She'll look through Cinder's eyes as Cinder goes up the stairs and starts following the sun.
Yeah, Cinder just flies through what seems like a maze of corridors with various rooms off of there. People, some of the guests that were in the dining hall, and most of them seem to be getting up to the third floor, but a couple of them are, heading into rooms on the second floor, and some of them are just keep looking at their key and looking around and trying to find the correct room. Eventually, Cinder stops at room 25 and just kind of stares up at it, sniffing around the door thing. Looks like a very, small room.
All right. She'll bring Cinder back whenever she gets to the. She's not into breaking and entering right now, so
Okay.
bring Cinder back, and then I guess she'll like pop out whenever she gets back, and she'll let the halfling woman know. You might want to try room 25.
All right. Cinder just kind of makes a little bit of a whimpering noise around your shoulder. She kind of stares up at you
Something's
as
not
the
right.
halfling woman kind of gets up from her seat and starts to head towards the stairs.
Cinder can relay simple emotions and thoughts.
Oh, okay.
What's wrong, girl?
Then her communication is that the scent is very faint. That it it basically winds through the hotel, stops strongly at room 25, and just seems to have ended there. There are other scents laid over that, but that seems to be the last place that the person was. And that's confusing, Cinder.
Something
Oh,
wrong.
yeah. She'll relay that it's like he was there, and then
Perhaps we shouldn't let her go then.
no, yeah,
I'll go.
it w- Sure, send a invisible druid where a invisible dragon's work is not done.
All right, all right.
Also send a invisible druid who prone to stealing stuff.
Wow, what's this? What's this accusation?
Somebody's been into the brandy and loose lips.
That was out of
Look.
character, thank you very much.
Oh, that was not. That was not specified.
I'm there at the moment, am I?
Oh no, you're not. Fair.
Still technically.
Hey, where's
although
Viren?
I'll,
Yeah,
I feel like he
although,
said
it looks
something.
like the elves are still at the dining room
although
table.
I'll assume that I finish up pretty soon and join you guys in the lobby.
Well, no, they're in the saloon.
Saloon.
Well, I'll be
As
in
a
the lobby.
dinner.
Okay. So you're standing in the lobby. There's a halfling woman starting to exit the saloon. You guys are gonna try to pull her back.
Yeah, we're gonna stop her and be like, actually, how about we'll buy you a drink.
Oh, okay.
Here, have a seat.
And she sits back down. Viren, you're witness to this.
It's sort of just looking a bit confused in their direction.
Just a random halfling woman you've never seen before.
Barry will kind of look over and give this kind of like something's not right look.
Do I have does Viren's gonna cast message on Shiori? What's going on?
Missing brother. Seems to have vanished into one room without any trace after that.
Room number?
25, we're gonna go investigate.
Okay. I'll be back. And I just start heading to the room.
So, will you see Viren go?
Yes. He's heading up the stairs.
Kind of looks at Shiori, looks at Viren, Shiori, Viren, Shiori, Viren.
He's heading up there. Please don't let him go alone. We'll be right behind you.
Will goes after him, doesn't even go invisible.
And given the circumstances, I think this is the best time to take our break. Be back
Perfect.
shortly.
Perfect.
Hey, Cinder's still invisible. She's sending it over. She going.
Hmm.
Cinder's going as well.
Let's see here.
Fine.
Cause I don't trust you, motherfuckers.
Alright, so I haven't done this in a while, but let's see here. Will is not going invisible. He's just going old-fashioned.
Old-fashioned?
Pass without a trace.
Oh, just
40.
Still a goddamn 40.
Nah, yeah, could have been better.
What's the max on that? 41?
Yeah.
Jesus. All right, be right back.
Yeah, BRB.
Hey, Lenisa beats me.
I mean, I haven't rolled stealth yet, but
Yeah, but you
barely,
can
though.
beat me.
I
That's the
mean,
thing.
I can beat you barely.
You can get one higher than me. And you have
Ah.
pass without a trace when you want it.
Yeah, true.
Fucking, I wonder why they made stealth such a thing that you could just boost so
I mean,
ridiculously. There's no other skill that you can boost this much unless you like
I
take
mean,
expertise specifically.
I mean, yeah. I mean, you can get advantage on any skill you want, technically.
Yeah, but I'm talking about like pass without a trace. Oh yeah, just a standard +10.
Yeah, but I mean, 90% of the time, your whole party doesn't need a +10 on acrobatics.
Yeah, but I'm just saying. Yeah, but that's the thing though. Like, stealth is such a good thing, and of course,
It's to make up for the people with -5 stealth.
I don't think anyone would have -5 stealth unless they're so undexterous that they're playing an old man with legs.
Take
Armor.
take Phaedra for instance. Like, she has disadvantage on stealth already, so
Yeah, but she still rolls a d20 and can get a high number.
yeah. But like, it can also very not get a high number with this.
Yeah, but sure. But
I mean,
if you and I get a low number, it's not bad. Like if I roll a 2, like 13,
yeah,
beats a passive perception of most guards.
it's to make up for the fact that like sometimes you need to stealth, and like if there's no way for you to do it, it might kind of fuck over the party. Like,
Yeah. I guess really what I'm asking is why isn't there like, I don't know, spells or magical items that give you a +5 or +10 to stuff like
there is a magical item that gives you +5 on sleight of hand.
Oh yeah, the gloves, right?
Yeah, Gloves of Thievery, pretty cool
Oh,
item.
that's true. Once again though, handed to the rogue. So stealth and sleight of hand. Why is it only the sneaky shit that gets the boosts?
I think there's one for religion as well.
I'm thinking like, why isn't there like, I don't know, like you have this botanical book that gives you a permanent +5 to your nature rolls.
I mean, you can take expertise in not stealth, you know.
Yeah, I have expertise in nature.
Okay, I'm back.
And I'm gonna quickly go grab something if we're on break.
Yeah.
So my mic's gonna be a little bit wonky. It's fucking hot at the moment, so I put on my industrial fan.
Okay.
Ah yes, Australian summer.
Mm-hmm.
It's the absolute freaking worst.
You want pictures of the snow that's outside my window to comfort you?
No, because I know. Legit, it's freaking hard.
How warm is it?
So much.
It's like early morning now, so it should be
It's
that.
only 4 a.m., almost 5 a.m. 20 to 5 a.m. basically.
So it should be as cold as it can get. at the moment.
It is currently 25 degrees Celsius or 77 degrees Fahrenheit.
25 degrees Celsius, 4 in the morning.
Yep.
Fuck.
Yeah.
I die at 18.
That's pretty cold for a lot of people at 18. Well, actually, that's more like room temperature, but yeah.
What did I miss?
How fucking hot it is at the moment.
Oh,
even
I
though
mean,
that it's
God.
only like almost 5 a.m.
If the phasmophobia is anything indication, like when you look around with the thermometer and like see the average room temperatures, it's like 16, 17, 18, 20, sometimes as low as 13, but usually between
Okay,
13
I'll
and
die at
18.
18
like-
if I have to do physical work,
It's-
which, working out in the sunlight.
It's like when I first started playing, I'm like, okay, but what is freezing temps? Because already it's freezing temps.
Yeah. Yeah, freezing temperatures in Fahrenheit is 32 and Celsius 0.
Yes.
So,
Another thing that just makes sense that America don't use.
yeah, I know. We're stupid over here. for many reasons. And sometimes UK isn't too better, and Sweden
no.
also has its issues.
Ooh,
Guess
what
what?
issues does Sweden have? Now let's hear.
It
Well,
also
I
has the
know we have
coronavirus
issues, but what issues do you think we have?
No, it has one of the main issues that I was seeing was the coronavirus response.
Oh, why? You're going for current issues, all right.
Yeah, I'm talking current
You're
issues.
not going for a history of issues.
I don't know your history of issues, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
My country drowns in a history of issues.
Hey Rick, guess what?
What?
Apparently on Christmas Day, Friday, it's going to be raining.
Good.
Like most Christmases.
Like, it's great that it'll be raining. That means it won't be as hot.
I mean,
So
the highest it's going to get
I'm
is
curious.
26, but
And for Christmas, what are traditions in Australia, considering that the temperature is so different from those from the rest of us who are celebrating Christmas?
They burn a politician every year.
That would be nice. No, but that's more of a tradition when you want to keep warm versus cooling off.
We don't really
sometimes
have any.
we have a pool party, sometimes we just go over to somebody else's place and all sit down for lunch and dinner.
It's pretty
Nothing
much
too exciting.
our traditions would be what you would expect summer to be.
So pool party. How's the coronavirus situation in your country right now?
It's absolutely fine.
Yeah. I mean, so far, pretty much everything's just going back to normal.
Not quite as perfect
Yep.
as New Zealand, but doing better than the northern part of the world, which is still the United States our hospitals are in crisis. The UK has a brand new strain, which they're now being isolated from the rest of Europe because of. Yeah. Yeah, so it's like, and then, there's still going to be people that are going to defy gathering ordinances, and the virus is going to get even worse for the new year. So, yeah. I hope you guys have a nice summer Christmas. Yeah, I'm looking forward to spending my night at my parents' house again, like I did for Thanksgiving, and
I
doing
absolutely
cookies.
hate Christmas.
Why?
Christmas is the worst. I have to go like to 4 different houses in a single day
That's a good reason
and get like
not to be happy with it.
12 presents.
Get as in you have to buy for other people, or get as in receive?
I have to give 12 presents, and I probably won't get 12 back.
Yeah, that some part of me sometimes hates that, but I still end up getting small. Oh, god damn it! That's the one person I haven't bought for yet.
I mean, don't forget,
I just-
Christmas
I
isn't
just-
all about the gifts, but like, pocket.
I always like
Cool.
to get cool things for for at least for the kids in the family, and my one of my little cousins I just realized I hadn't bought something for my cousin Jackson, because I was thinking about how his mom never gave me a gift for anything. I would usually give her something, but right now I have no idea where she's living. But apparently her son is living with my aunt and uncle, so yeah, that's not good.
Fun.
But yeah, I just realized I hadn't gotten him a gift yet, and he's like 4, and I of course I'm gonna get him something. It's like there's somebody I was forgetting, so I'm gonna talk to my mom about that.
The way we've done it in our family for the last like 5-6 years is we have basically a small lottery. You get one person, you buy
Yeah,
one present,
yeah, we used to do that with
pretty much $30 max.
with my dad's extended cousins. But when I
Yeah.
was growing up like that, I didn't have any first cousins at the time.
Mhm.
And now I have 5 first cousins, so I buy for them, and one for child of a first cousin. So
Mhm.
that's Jackson.
So
He's
yeah, we get one
I met him
person to
once.
buy
He's really
two, and
cute.
then after that, just buy one gift for each
Yeah, we
child.
did what kept being referred to as the Chinese auction. It's different from White Elephant. It's slightly different from White Elephant, but it's like apparently similar, where it's like everybody buys a random gift worth about X amount of money, puts it in the middle of the room wrapped up, and there's like number calling and yeah, all that fun.
Oh yeah, oh, shit! I forgot. I need to buy a gift. We're gonna do another game for my
Yeah,
sister's in-laws because they have a game with dice where they basically you roll a die, and
yeah.
if you have the highest, you get to pick. But if someone rolls a 6 again or something,
Yeah.
they get to take your gift if they want to.
Yeah, that's a similar thing here, and it's like, but in this case, numbers. So the higher, the better.
So
Actually, though I ended up with at least 1 or 2 crap gifts, I ended up with actually some gifts that I never would have bought myself that turned to be really useful, such as the Afghan that still sits at the bottom base of my bed, like more than 20 years later. The Tupperware that I brought to college with me that basically saved me meal wise when 2 weeks before college ended, I lost my food card. So I was living off ramen and Pop Tarts. But yeah.
You're saying that's not normal?
No, that is it is normal. I'm just saying is at the time I had a food card that would get me food from the mess hall, but I ended up losing it 2 weeks to go in the semester, and I couldn't get it replaced. So I had to live off what I could afford, and that was the
Ouch.
Pop Tarts and the ramen. So and without the Tupperware, I would have had problems. I wouldn't have been able to have ramen because I didn't have any bowls other than Tupperware. And no way to fix it. So I would
Fun.
basically just I would eat it cold. I would soften the noodles with water, like put it in water, put it in the mixing stuff, seal the container, put it next to the window for like 10 or 20 minutes, and then eat it when it was cold and soft and all that. That was my college ramen. I didn't have a microwave back then. But remember, this is over 20 years ago, so Max. I got gifts for my cats.
I got food from mine. Really fancy stuff.
Cool.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Back.
Welcome back.
Yay, everyone's back. All right, if everyone has returned, who who again is heading up to room 25?
Bjorn
Will.
and Will and
Invisible
Cinda.
Cinder.
All right. Did you let the lady go or did you keep her with you?
Phaedra offered to have her stay and have a drink.
Okay. Yeah, so she's sitting at your table and she is nursing a glass of wine.
Okay.
All right. So, Viren and Invisible Cinder and Will arrive at room 25. It's a bit of a twisty, turny passageway, and it's like it takes you a little bit to actually find the proper room, but you do find it. Looks like it's a small room, probably a what was listed as a silver room.
All right. Well, first things first. I will knock on the door.
Knock, knock, knock. No answer.
I'll check to see if the door's unlocked.
The door goes click, click, and seems to be locked.
All right. I can see through the keyhole, right?
You bend down, roll perception check.
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
you find that the doors are. I mean, you probably noticed this before when you're getting into your own room, but the knobs are slightly lower than back home where you're used to. Uh, it's not like that facility you went to where you had the bar that would let somebody small and somebody tall use the same door easily. These doors are clearly operated like somebody of a human height could still comfortably open it, but someone of a gnomish or goblin height wouldn't feel like they're stretching too much to try to open the door. So it's like a slightly above, like higher for a gnome or a goblin, slightly lower for a human, probably perfect for a dwarf. But yeah, so you bend down, you try to look through, but it's like all you could see is just mechanism. You can't really see through into the room.
Are there any gaps in the door itself that, like,
You're
any
not seeing
gap
any.
underneath?
You're looking very suspicious when you're standing in front of a door bending over like that.
I'm well aware of that fact.
Just saying.
Well, what do you suppose I do, huh?
I don't know.
I
What
was
were you
expecting.
thinking?
Well, I was thinking Misty Step, but I
I'm gonna
can't
be
see
back in a
any
second.
gaps.
Uh-huh. I see. Well, I would try to, pick the lock, but I don't carry thieves' tools.
That's a shame.
I mean, is it a wooden door?
Yes, it is.
I could possibly destroy the door.
Let's leave that as a last resort.
Well, I can. That's true. The thing is, if we
Unless
couldn't
you can
quite,
destroy it and repair it.
as long as the pieces are still there, I could repair it.
What, using vending, I take it?
Mm-hmm.
And I can help you too, I guess.
But I can't think of a good way to destroy it. I was thinking about just hitting it with blight, but that would just, sizzle it down into nothing.
Blight's a bit
Blight also
too
only
much.
works on living wood. This is dead.
That's true. I don't know.
I mean, I do have another way to get through, but I'd prefer not to use it.
Why?
Well, what if I need to go invisible?
What?
Well, I only muster the power to either get past the store or go invisible.
Can you bring
Once.
me with you?
Yes.
All right then. Just, stomp staff on the ground and cast the passive auto trace on both of us?
Can you show me the text of that, please? I just wanna take a look. Okay. Yeah, you see the shadows like pulling towards you and kind of covering you up. It's very. This is what seems to happen all the time with you.
Alright, so first things first, with pass without trace, stealth.
Should I
19.
roll again?
Yeah, you can roll straight.
Because
Stealth.
I revealed myself. I roll
Yes,
again.
you did.
Ah, it's worse.
By 1. Alright. And assuming Will's close enough to me, I'd
Okay.
imagine Dora's both on the other side of the
You
door.
successfully you cast the spell. Nothing happens. You find yourself still standing right there in front of the door. But the spell fizzles from your list.
Baron, you know what I said earlier about your spells?
Listen,
Well,
I don't want to hear it.
I did, well. I recommend you cover your ears then, because I'm gonna tell you something. That was pathetic.
Listen, this doesn't normally happen.
Phrasing. When someone phrasing, yes.
Sorry.
Should I go and check if Linissa has any? Should I bring Linissa? She could pick the lock. Okay.
I guess we need to.
Well, unless I just whack the door. Could be a little bit loud.
I think Linessa will be our best bet. A silent entrance would be great.
I just thought of something stupid.
Oh,
I like the
stupid.
idea. So, kind of digs through the pocket, takes out some random seeds, like just things that he has probably just accidentally gathered. Maybe from the sole of his shoe or something. Alright, now we just need some dirt. Do we have any dirt? Are there any plants? Potted plants or anything?
No, actually, there's no potted plants. The corridors are kind of narrow. Actually, the two of you really can't walk side by side in them. But so there's been no room for planters anywhere.
Alright, but give me the dirt of your shoes, alright? You just need some soil.
You just need like a tiny bit of dirt.
Yeah, just enough to, plant a little bit. There's a small, that's how certain flowers can grow a lot of places. Just need enough. Just gonna gather up anything, dirt, rummage through pockets. Can he get a handful of dirt?
If you hadn't been showering just before you came down for...
Well, I didn't clean my clothes.
Well, okay, that's a good point. You put on the same clothes that you didn't clean them.
Yeah.
Oh, if I'd known that, the waiters would have been giving you looks. But yeah, I guess if that's the
Fuck
case,
the
you
waiters.
have enough.
I'm driven.
Yes, yes, you
one
are.
with nature.
I'm right aghast.
So you got a bird's nest in your hair?
Not at the moment.
Soon.
Alright, so what are you planning to do with that dirt?
Alright, so I'm gonna take out these few seeds of random plants that we found. Just nothing grass mostly. And then he's going to cast plant growth
All right.
to make the seed grow. Actually, I don't even think he needs to do that. He can
You
just
can-
cast Druidcraft.
Druidcraft would do the trick.
Just do a cantrip and make the flower, the seed bud and bloom.
You have a
Over
tiny little blade of blade of grass that has now shot up from that tiny little bit of dirt.
there. Interesting question. Need to be asked. Okay, never mind. All right. Now let's see here. Staff of the woodlands, speak with plants. Now,
You can hear the plant shrieking in your head now.
what are you shrieking about? You have a job to do. Shut up.
Ah!
Because I can give them the ability to communicate with you and follow simple commands.
This is torture! The plant screams at you.
Don't worry, I'll throw you out the window later.
What do you mean, torture?
I gave you life. Shut up.
I gave you life. Shut up.
Were you in this world? I can take you out.
On a power trip.
Oh,
Because I do believe that yeah, I can give it simple commands. Yeah, the spell doesn't enable plants to uproot themselves or move about, but they can freely move branches, tendrils, and stalks. Could I use this blade of grass to unlock the door? If I bring it in and communicate with it to move the tumblers?
oh my
You know
god.
what? Let's try that, but you're still gonna have to make an attempt. It might not be strong enough, so you're gonna have to make a dexterity roll with it.
Dexterity, sleight of hand.
Yes, and you're hearing all the while that the grass hates you.
Don't worry about it, I'll toss you out.
That you are a horrible, evil person.
Right?
Like,
It would have worked better if I had a stronger one, but don't worry. Well, this will do. Go on, now click that tumbler and follow it through, and then put that one up, and then turn it right. Oh, I do not have +10. I do. I totally have +10.
Why would you have +10?
No.
It doesn't seem to be working. The blade of grass is not strong enough to push the tumblers.
If I only had something stronger. Wait. Plant growth. You know what? I cast plant growth on it.
Okay.
If I cast plant growth on it, it should all normal plants in a 100-foot radius at some point become thick and overgrown.
Mm.
Oh my god.
Okay. So yeah, it grows into practically a vine in your hand, and is like stuck half into the lock. The other half is in your hand, and oh my god, the image that's picturing in my head is not safe for work sort of image. But
Alright.
Will has accidentally created a new kind of hentai.
If you're really into locks, then sure.
Yes, exactly.
Alright. Can I try again now?
Cinder. Wait 1 second. Cinder, who is whispering to me, has yet to see a window anywhere. And Will, yes, you may try again.
Now do it better.
Oh, there you go.
This time, and you still hear the grass in your head saying that it hates you, but now it's a much deeper seeming voice.
Alright.
Is the door
So,
unlocked?
conclusion?
Yes, the door is unlocked.
There we go. Makeshift lockpick.
It's not a blade of grass
a very
anymore.
long and thick blade of grass.
All right.
What?
I'm just
That's
gonna.
that's certainly a unique way to pick a lock.
Let's see here. I'm gonna put you in the pocket for now, but I'll throw you out later.
The blade of grass no longer fits in your pocket. It is too big.
Yeah, just hang it over my shoulder.
All right, it flops over your shoulder.
All right, he'll survive.
Now that the door's unlocked, open.
All right, you push in and you see a very small room, just a single bed and a small nightstand and a gas lamp that's not lit.
Well, time to examine this area for any signs.
So, do you guys just both go in and get yourself out of the corridor, out of the? I know you're doing pass without a trace, but
Yeah, Will goes in.
all right.
Yeah,
So Will
going
and
in.
Cinder and Rear all go in there. Do you leave the door open or do you close it?
Close it. No reason to leave it open.
The door clicks a bit, and mysteriously, the light seems to turn itself on and starts to flicker.
Yeah, gotta do what you gotta do to get through your door. Alright, well, let's see if we can find any evidence of whoever we're looking for.
All right.
Yeah, I didn't hear
Cinder
anything missing, brother.
starts sniffing around the floor, and that's pretty much where she gets the scent, the very faint scent from.
Hmm.
There's also yeah. This is just a wood floor. Wood floor, small bed, a side table. What do you two do? Do you wish to roll investigation looking around?
Hmm.
Uh, I mean, that's why we're here, technically.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I'll roll investigation. Also, looking for anything of value.
What's that?
Anything of value in that room
In a hotel room. I mean, yeah.
that costs the
I
cheapest
mean-
amount.
Oh, you never know.
You always take something like a bathrobe or something.
Right.
Yeah, Will is gonna search as well.
Nice.
Yeah, it's +1 to investigation.
And he rolls
Oh.
higher than me. Of course he does.
Yes, he does. Well,
Yeah.
you squat down on the ground and you're in a better position to see this. There's something there that either very much alarms or just very much confuses you when you see it, because it takes you a moment to realize what exactly it is. But you realize that both the bed and the nightstand are firmly bolted to the floor. And you think you see what looks like on against the wall that the bed is actually up against. There looks like some kind of hinge that runs the length of it.
On the wall?
On the wall, under the bed, concealed by both the bed and the nightstand, because this is a very small room, and one wall is basically dominated by those two objects.
We're in down here.
Oh. Go down and then look at what he's looking at.
And,
You see that
you
hinge?
see it too.
Ooh. I think we're on to
I
something.
spy with my little eye a hidden door or hatch opening.
Semantics.
Do you think you can get that open?
I-
Where is the
I mean, how do you open it?
Wait, is it? Do you literally just flip the bed and the nightstand? No. How from the way the hinge is placed, can we tell how it would open?
Give me an intelligence check.
Hmm.
Can I also give an
Yes,
intelligence
yes,
check?
because you're looking at it too. You can also give that.
Nope.
Yeah, you're just confused. Will, you stare at it for a moment and you're thinking, huh, no, I would expect this to lift up, but no, the way this is placed, this would flip down. Huh.
Dropping you through the floor.
So it opens. So it goes down through the floor. But it kind of just folds down with the bed and nightstand and everything. Is that how I see it?
Yes.
That is. Oh, Aaron,
Yes.
try to lie down in the bed.
Oh, no.
Mm. You owe me for this.
What do I
And
owe
I'll-
you?
A favor.
Okay, I can
That
do
I,
a favor.
that I can redeem at any point in time.
Yeah. You can
And I go
redeem that
lay.
favor at the same time that you redeem yourself.
I lay into bed.
It's not the worst bed you've ever felt in, but you're used to luxury, so this is definitely better than sleeping outside, but it's nothing compared to the bed that you were possibly tested out when you were in your own room.
All right. Now that you're lying there in the bed, can you see anything from that perspective? Is there like a? Can you feel a handle or anything?
Uh,
Roll perception check.
I'll check. Perception, great. Eh. No.
Nope. Nothing occurs to you. You don't see anything.
It's too
Yeah,
uncomfortable.
once. In a row.
This is ridiculous.
Well, what is that? But if you don't find anything, I don't know anything. I'm just saying.
There's a warm dragon sitting on your
Currently,
chest now. It's invisible though.
Currently, it feels like I have been pulling the weight here.
Wait, so I feel an invisible weight on my chest.
Yes, nice and warm, somewhat familiar. And you definitely detect the odor of cinnamon.
Please, Cinder.
Yeah,
My
the
God.
cinder from that
I'm not saying a
position.
single word.
You look around. You're in a small room. You look up at the ceiling, and about the only thing you could see is the light that's now being emanated from that lamp. Uh, Everything else just looks normal. The ceiling, there's there's no evidence of hinges, no nothing, no evidence
Hey.
of a handle, nothing from this position.
I just thought about something.
And that is?
What if this is not meant for something to use from this room?
Used from a different room?
Yes. Like behind that wall next to the bed. What if there's a pulley or a lever on the other side that flips the bed down and whoever is lying in the bed falls down? So it's like a trap.
I get out of the bed.
I mean, I kind of thought about that once I asked you to lie on the bed, but wanted to see if you could make it, happen to yourself.
Oh, thank you for that.
No, you're fine. So what? Is the hotel owner kidnapping people?
That would be an interesting prospect.
It goes down. Have you seen a staircase going down in this place?
I don't believe I have.
Interesting. There must be a basement. Do I smell cinnamon in here?
Yes, you
Do
do.
you?
Don't remember having anything cinnamon for dessert.
Yeah, interesting.
Oh no. What if they fall down and get cooked in cinnamon?
Well, actually, if you had apple pie, you would probably have had some cinnamon.
Oh no. We'll have the lemon tart.
Okay, there you go. You just felt something
Heart.
touch your back.
Cinder, I assume. Now, if I understand, you can relay information to Phaedra. So Phaedra is listening in, I'm guessing, unless you're here on your accord, which is, in that case, good job. Could the rest of you, maybe look around, listen around, see if you can find some place that goes down? Me and Viren will try to do that as well. And keep an eye on the staff. Right, Viren? I don't think we're gonna find anything else in here.
So, as Will and Viren are talking about this, what is Shuttle relaying to Chiori and possibly the woman that's sitting there drinking?
So she would say, well, looks like they're having a little bit of trouble getting in the room. Looks like Will is growing a plant. Oh God, what is that?
Oh no.
Oh, well, that's an interesting way of doing that.
Just like eyebrow raise. Like, what the fuck?
All right. Like, takes a swig of drink. Okay, they're in. Nothing in the room. Looks like a bedside table bolted to the ground and some sort of hinge under the bed. Opens downward. Nothing else of interest in the room. But they said maybe the proprietor is kidnapping people? They don't know.
The halfling woman sets down the glass of wine, looking like it's about to spill over, and is just staring at you. Her mouth's starting to hang open a bit. What?
Vader can't hear.
Can't hear you.
They said
Perhaps-
they're coming down.
Perhaps it might be safer for you somewhere else, miss.
She nods slowly and do you think my my brother? She seems to be fumbling, her eyes wide.
We will get to the bottom of this.
They're going to be looking for ways down. Curious how they haven't seen any stairways down. Only up.
By
And
the
then
way,
she like shakes out of it.
where is Lunissa at this point?
Um, I mean, unless we're all together, I would probably be in my room unless someone came to get me.
I mean, if
Which-
you were one of the last ones in there, she probably would have been waiting for you to exit. Because she imagine she can see the dining hall from the
Saloon.
saloon doorway.
Yeah.
Because she does not trust any of this right now. Especially now hearing that.
Mm-hmm.
That was less trust. But that was probably only confirmed her mistrust.
So what then are you doing, Lanissa?
Yeah, I'm just in my room because we were done with dinner and
Okay.
I was going to be waiting till we were going to leave. So,
Okay, yeah. So Lanissa is by herself in her room.
if someone wants to getting at me, now would be the opportune moment.
It's like he's asking for it.
Like I am!
Sure gonna look to Urk. Can you please go get Lunisa?
Where is she?
Her room, more likely.
And you will go up to Lanisa's room. I'm sorry, I'm kind of blacking out at the moment.
That's okay. You start heading up the stairs, probably pass by Viren and Will coming. Oh, actually, no, you wouldn't even notice them. They've got past by that trace on. So yeah, you walk upstairs, not even noticing Viren and Will who pass by you.
I keep
And-
walking
And
to
you
Lanisa's
head
room.
down the maze-like corridor and start up to the 3rd floor. Eventually making your way to where you remember Lunissa's room to be. There's so many rooms in this place.
Knocks on the door.
Lunissa, you hear knocking at your door.
I'll go open the door. Oh, hey.
Hey, I think Chiori wants you.
Okay. I'll start heading that direction then.
Will and Viren, did you stay on the 2nd floor, or did you go down to the down to the 1st floor?
Sorry, what?
Will and Viren, did you stay on the 2nd floor, or did you go down to the 1st floor?
I think Will would like to go down to the 1st floor. Because if that was on the 2nd floor, then surely the place he would have fallen into would have been 1st floor, unless he fell further.
Agreed.
So with the pass of trace, Will would like to move around to where he thinks would be below the room. Even if it does say staff only.
Give me an
And
give me either intelligence or survival.
And I'll be following as well.
Same
Intelligence.
checks for you.
Intelligence or survival.
Okay, well,
Mhm.
that's a clear cut answer.
Mm-hmm. Wow. There we go.
Well,
Nice.
you keep getting lost. You're not entirely sure where things are in relation to each other. Viren, on the
Fucking
other
buildings.
hand, spatial reasoning brings you to what looks to be a wall that is between the one of the service corridors on the 1st floor and one of the businesses on the other side.
Yeah, I'll make sure Will knows where to go. Like, I'll pretty much give him directions using message. Just so it's just between me and him, so he doesn't get lost.
Alright.
Sorry, Jesse. Thanks for spending some time with us.
It's safe.
Hi, Jesse.
Too much heat's nothing to mess with.
Yeah, be careful.
And they're done that.
Yes.
So here's where it should be, behind this wall.
Hmm. I was wondering why Phaedra could see all the magic on the walls.
Probably defense against anything teleporting in.
Oh, that's your excuse.
It's a valid reasoning.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. So don't see a way in though.
Could be hidden.
You think there would be a hidden entrance here?
It's possible.
Guess we'll give it a look.
Is that an investigation?
Yep, you can use
What-
investigation.
It's a wall.
Yeah, you search along the wall, but you don't find any hidden seams or other such things. It does seem unusually thick, though.
Huh.
Very insulated.
Well, it's a bit bigger than it should be. Or just a simple wall. But there's no seams or anything.
There are spells that could get me through this, but I don't have them prepared.
Yeah, there's a spell that would get. No, actually, no, it wouldn't. Now that I think about it. Never mind.
When did she say this person went missing again?
I don't know, I wasn't there.
Hmm. Well, there has to be a way in somewhere.
I think it's been about a half an hour, Cinder.
Uh, are we in a staff area?
You're in some back corridor. You're not entirely sure if it's a staff area or not.
So there was no sign saying stuff only.
Nope.
There is the possibility that it goes down further. But we haven't still not seen any staircases leading down, so that
There's gotta be some way down if it goes further.
a person who works at reception, Raymond? I wonder if he lives at a hotel or if he. Maybe I should
Has
go
a
and see if he has anything behind the desk.
it'll be worth
Like-
checking out.
Key to hidden room. Key to torture chamber.
A master key would be awesome as well.
That would be, yes. How about I'll go get it. You meet up with the rest.
All right. Good luck.
Right?
And Varen will head back to where Fader is.
And Will use his cloak and invisibility.
You're hoping he wouldn't.
Mm-hmm.
You probably don't even
Don't
notice
worry.
Viren until he's
Delete
like
Will,
right
and I will
there at your
put
table.
Viren.
Well, actually, yeah, you would notice Viren all the time because Cinder's with them. But I mean, Shiori probably wouldn't notice Viren until he was right there at the table.
Mm.
So
And by then, Melissa would have already gotten there. So Melissa would have gotten there ahead of Viren. So first off, what's Melissa doing now that she's back with the others at the table?
First ask, hey, what's going on?
Well,
There's a very skittish-looking halfling woman curled up in the booth, kind of like holding her knees, rocking a little bit.
Fader puts
My
hand
brother.
on her back and like a hand
I
on
thought
like her.
I thought Fader was looking through Cinder's eyes.
No, she shook herself out of it.
Oh, okay. She shook herself out of that. So okay.
And Cinder's back anyway because Cinder followed Viren.
No, Viren hasn't arrived yet.
Oh, my bad.
This is when Melissa has gotten to the table.
Nah, she shook it out after she said everything
Okay.
and said that they were on their way back. So
She assumed that they were, and okay, they haven't arrived yet.
yeah.
So what exactly is going on? Where are the other two differences?
Her brother's gone missing.
The
Last
woman
place.
just kind of nods.
But how long ago?
Mm-hmm.
But he was due back a month ago.
The room he was staying in, what we found, opens downwards.
Some sort of a hatch mechanism under the bed.
Yes.
There could be some shady business dealings going on here. Just trying to help somebody out.
We're gonna look for a way down. Because more likely whatever happened is below us.
Interesting now that I think about it.
Hmm.
The man did seem very excited about everyone being able to have their own room. With the exception of, say, a couple. Having less group spaces for individuals to sleep. Less people you have to deal with at a time.
What if I attempt to get kidnapped on purpose?
At this point, that's when Viren has walked in, hearing Linissa say that.
That is an awful idea.
What do you mean?
I like the fact that I will try to get Varen kidnapped.
Shh.
That's why he says it's a bad idea.
Yeah.
Uh,
No, that's too risky. But what if this? If they all think that we're sleeping individually in our rooms, with the exception of me and Shiori, what if we all go into... What was that, Varen?
No, keep going. Sorry.
If we all go into, say, Lunis's room or something, or I don't know, someone's room, maybe we can catch whatever's happening in the act.
my also concern is, what if it's not the more expensive rooms?
That just popped into my head too.
We'd have to check the rooms, see if more likely the stuff's bolted to the floor. it also has one of those traps in it. But I feel like it might be only the single cheaper rooms for people that wouldn't be missed. Or supposedly not missed. I don't like this. I don't like this at all.
I mean, we can. Are you sure? Bring me to the room. Maybe I can find a way how to get. You said there was like a pit trap under the bed? Or
A
something?
hinge, like it opens downward. That's what Cinder saw.
Yeah.
Should I?
Or
Maybe I
it
can
opens
try and
down.
open it.
And as you guys are discussing that, Will has made it back to the lobby desk, and has noticed that where the keys were hanging, currently the panel there is closed.
Close behind what?
Along the wall. It's basically now there's just a nice like wood panel and a hanging picture of what looks like a gothic castle on it.
It kind of looks in other areas behind the desk, if there's anything else.
Investigation, please. You look around and you don't find anything of interest. There's no trap door going down. There's no extra set of keys. There's no evil villain super plans for anything. Nothing.
Oh man, that's supposed to be in the top right drawer. What the fuck?
Yeah, what the hell? How am I supposed to solve this? Alright, so
With
is the
dice.
panel high up?
Is it over your head? Yes.
Alright. Can he reach it with his hands, or can he reach it with his staff?
He can touch the bottom of it with his hands. He might be able to touch the top of it with his staff.
Right. Is it a sliding panel, or is it a opening outwards panel?
Considering you hadn't seen anything of it before, it's either a sliding panel or one that gets put on over something else. It's hard to tell exactly.
Foil back panel. I wanted to do this quietly as possible.
I mean, should I give it a try, guys?
don't
Nobody
know
but
about this.
this
sorry.
invisible
This is
Will
Will.
dealing with this while you're chatting with the rest of the party, talking about getting yourself kidnapped.
Yeah, I'm practically distracting everyone from the fact that Will's not here.
Well, Will's always there and not there at the same time, so Will's the equivalent of Schrodinger's cat, but instead of in a box, is Will there or not there?
Except sometimes you know the answer.
What
Every
was
once in a while,
that?
you know the answer, just like you'd be able to hear him meow from the box.
I feel like this is a little bit overkill, so I would not do that. It's not easy to keep hidden either. You said something about Schrodinger's cat.
Mm-hmm.
God.
Ronja, you're up.
Hold on, 1 second. I can't see the top. of it.
Ranya!
Using a wild shape feature.
All right. You try that, and nothing happens.
Ronja, you're a piece of shit. You lazy son of a bitch.
Cat.
No teeth for you.
Oh, you have to be outside.
She's
for
being
that.
stubborn in the bad place. She's
Yeah.
not coming out. Yeah, she's being like a stubborn cat. That's hilarious.
Yeah, you cast the spell and
She
everything.
said you wanted to go out.
but
I
use
opened the door, and now
whatever-
you're not going out. What the hell?
Use whatever spell components, whatever spell slots that needed that.
Yeah.
It's all gone.
I use a wild shape feature to do
Yeah.
that.
Okay, so that particular wild shape is gone. But nothing happened.
All right. Well, I guess I have to go to the old-fashioned way. Hit it with a stick. And you kind of try to nudge it with a stick. Nudge it with a staff.
Will
Alright.
is such a crotchety old man. I love
Will is best character. Yeah.
it.
Not the best, but it's character.
Oh my god. Oh, I love him.
Kind of cracks his knuckles, like, all right. And then you just go, just tries to,
Rapid Wolverine.
Oh my
yeah,
god.
just trying to see if he can slide it or push it up,
Alright.
or
Then we will take a strength check, which you can use athletics for.
oh, great, yes, like, oh, well, yes, actually,
Speaking of old man.
strong old man. So, no, not strong, stubborn.
So while you guys are sitting in the thing, Lanissa and Lanissa would see out of the corner of her eye because she's got such high freaking perception that the panel in the lobby suddenly lifts its way out of the wall, hovers for a moment before coming down on the ground.
Does it make any noise? That
Could Will
Anyway.
catch
No,
it or you grab it?
No, and as he grabs it, it just starts disappearing. Lanissa saw it all.
Oops.
Oh, what the fuck?
Oops, what?
misclick?
Nope.
Oh, I thought Lunisa was saying that. I didn't. I saw the miss. My bad.
What
Oh,
is
it's
your
minus
AC,
5.
Will? What is
It's
your
mi-
AC, Will?
It's
Oh.
-5, so it's actually just 14.
It's a miss.
Okay.
You did
Wait,
see
wait.
You did see a dagger just suddenly
Oh,
whiz past you and embed
wait.
itself into.
Lanissa just
into
froze a
wall.
knife.
Wait.
Dagger, what are you
Yeah.
doing?
Lunisa, this is a nice establishment. What are you doing?
What?
I point
Why'd you-
over and I saw something strange.
Will kind of looked at this hole in the wall with dagger, like.
It's
I will
the
take a
floor.
look at the direction it came from.
Don't
That Lanissa threw.
throw daggers without
And you s-
thinking.
And you don't shoot little old ladies in the woods either.
I
Not against old people.
That's ageism.
Ageism.
Yeah, you now hear Will scolding you.
And hear mumbled gnomish in the distance.
Look, I
Alright.
saw something rip
Lanissa.
something from the wall that is bad, right?
I don't.
That's vandalism. I can
I
help
think
you
you're
do
just seeing things.
vandalism.
Lanissa, I think you're just seeing things. I believe you're just seeing things.
Alright.
Did you lick a grung?
You're right there, Lanissa.
Alright.
She
Will
tasted
is-
the rainbow.
Mm-hmm.
Does Will noticing anyone else moving about the area?
Nope. The lobby area is currently empty. There's a sign up on the desk, but you're too low to the ground to see it.
Alright. Can Will kind of get himself up on the desk and reach for keys?
It's on the panel wall, but yeah,
Yeah,
You
yeah,
can,
yeah,
like,
but
climb up and there's various keys still hanging. There's a lot of slots open, but there's
yeah,
various
he has
keys
like
hanging on there.
twigs, small twigs going out of his snaps of the woodlands that he could use for precise work to grab, like a ring.
All right.
So
So
He
yeah,
tried-
with this, you continuously see keys lifting themselves off of the board and slowly vanishing.
I told you, look there.
another dagger.
Lanissa. Why don't you just
What?
sit down over here and I start to try and nudge her away from side of the lobby?
Sure, he's
Favorite
staring in the
turn.
direction.
Why don't
Yeah.
you just sit down?
Oh.
Sure, you see the things vanishing. She's just staring.
Yeah.
At her,
It's his
Yeah.
favorite
where she
too.
pointed out.
Yeah, even actually staring at the lobby right now would see that. In fact, some of the other guests are starting to notice this.
Lanissa, just sit down.
Where's
You're hallucinating.
no? Wait. Where's Will?
think we both know the
I'm
answer to that
sure.
question.
I'm sure he's around. Us.
Really?
Nearby.
Around Viren?
I mean, not
I
wrong.
mean-
I think he's a little bit more of a room or two away.
I mean, the last I saw him, he was with me, so that's a logical conclusion that he's near me.
Was it possible that he said that he was going somewhere specific?
More keys are, are vanishing off their hooks.
Was that place perchance behind the front desk? Says in a whisper.
I use message. Yeah.
So, several people in the nearby booths are getting up and wandering over to the lobby to get a closer look at this phenomenon.
Whatever you just did, let him know. She will say.
Because I know the general location of where Will is, and I generally know Will. I'll use message to tell him that people are coming his way.
Yeah, I mean, you're within, like, 30, 40 feet, so it's like, the
Yeah.
Will would even see this at this point, so before your message can even reach him.
I mean, he's technically behind the
He's behind
desk,
the desk,
as far as I know.
but being behind the desks means that you're not visible from the doorway to the outside. You're in full view of the saloon.
I mean, as far as I know, he's too busy taking keys.
Yeah. But still, there's now a bit of a crowd gathered around the lobby, just like watching the keys vanish one by one off the hooks.
We're just like, this is not good.
I mean, if there's a crowd now at the lobby, I would join it.
Yeah, there's at least 4 people here, kind of
just
saying,
like-
is it possible that the hotel is haunted?
Haunted?
And another person says, I don't see how. It's only been in operation for a year. It's
I mean,
only
you never
built
know.
a year ago.
I mean,
It's not like it's built on a burial ground or something.
Well, you see, we actually ended up getting a really good deal out of. Wait, yeah, actually never mind. Hold on, I'm playing Phaedra. She wouldn't lie. Shut up.
Awful good. No lying. Sorry.
I mean,
what?
if you just
Never
if you
playing lawful
just-
good.
I mean, if Phaedra just states that we purchased a good
Yeah, I mean, she
that's
wouldn't be
haunted.
lying. Yeah, she would be saying like, "Well, we did purchase a bar in Waterdeep, and it ended up being haunted. It kept leaving us notes."
So it is possible.
One of the other guests goes,
And I just sort of
"Where's
trying to-
Waterdeep?"
Phaedra, shush. At that point, it's across the sea.
Oh, that explains your accents. You're from far away.
Yes,
Know why some of you
We're
look
here-
so funny?
we're here on vacation.
What's Will
I
doing
guess-
while this conversation is going on around him?
Is there a staircase near the front desk? I imagine he has a lot of keys gathered now.
Yeah, on the other behind the front desk, there's the stairs you use to get to the second floor.
All right, it's gonna cast minor illusion, and it's gonna make the sound of someone walking up the staircase, creaking.
This makes the 4 random people just kind of look up towards the stairs.
Like there's no one there, but it's just the sound of someone walking up.
Yeah, just like those ghosts in Phasmophobia, where you suddenly hear the
Yes.
creak, and yeah, doesn't even help you
sure.
determine a room. Oh, that reminds me. The freakiest thing I heard last night. 30 sub levels in, the first time I ever heard ghosts giggling like small children.
I've heard
Oh,
that.
And it turned out to be a ghost in the nursery. Claimed he was a child, was a full-grown man with a machete.
I
need
don't
to fix
play that
that.
game.
So I was full on expecting the little child ghost with the the sharp teeth, the blue fairy teeth from Cabin in the Woods.
Anyway,
Mm.
back to the game.
Yeah. So as he makes that creaking noise with in the staircase, and people turn around to look at it, he's gonna like drop the painting that was in the that was hanging in front of the panel, and just
Okay.
drop it on the ground so it makes a noise. So everyone turns around again, and it's just gonna walk out of the room.
All right. So the panel. So now the panel that for a while was invisible because of you is
Yeah.
now visible, as is the painting. And some people gasp and go, "Whoa!"
And it's a
Whoa,
gothic
must be
castle.
haunted.
It's of a gothic castle as well.
This is a bad. That's a bad omen.
God, I was so tempted to cast Call Lightning so that I could do a thunder striking like in the background as it appeared.
Jesus. Overkill. Oh my god.
Hey, I'm nothing is but dramatic, you know?
Chaos. Pure chaos. While everybody's like oohing and on over this bullshit, can Phaedra do a quick detect magic?
Sure.
Just around the desk area?
For a moment, you detected Will walking away because you recognize his signature,
Mm-hmm.
especially with his spells. And once again, you're detecting wards that seem to be all over this particular establishment. The entire building, block-like building, is like warded with something.
Okay, and it's just contained to the walls, basically,
As
or
far as you can tell,
all right.
excuse me.
Do you know what kind of magic?
It was a protective. So that'd be
Abjuration?
what? Abjuration?
It's a ward of some kind.
Mm.
Roll an Arcana check.
For Phaedra? Oh
Yep.
man. Can I have Cinder do it? Oh wait, no, it's a straight roll. Never mind. Okay, Phaedra, got it.
Right.
Come on,
You got
you learned about magic.
Okay.
There you go.
Hey,
So-
look at that.
So Phaedra, you're thinking about it for a moment and realize that the wars specifically are some kind of anti-magic that eliminate two different schools of magic from the ability to be cast in this establishment.
Oh.
It doesn't seem to do anything with like an active magical item or something as bound as like a warlock, something.
Mhm.
But any active spell would be any active spell attempted to be cast through normal means, or like even through certain types of magical items, like like a wand or a rod, that sort of thing, or like a gem, would be canceled out. And with that knowledge, you are now aware that neither conjuration nor evocation spells can be cast in inside this hotel.
Okay. She'll relay that to the group whenever we're all together. She'll let everyone
That's
know that.
true. It's just like that's why that.
I'm glad that I'm mostly a transmutation and illusion person.
Yeah, I'm glad I'm not that heavy on conjuration or application.
Most of mine are transmutation. To be
Yeah,
honest.
I mean, Will has a lot of conjuration as well, but yeah, he can do without it.
If the light cantrip doesn't work in here.
In layman's terms, basically, these are spells designed to keep people from bamfing through walls, or using fireball and destroying massive amounts of things. These would be like, protective and keep people from going in and out really quickly without being seen, sort of spells.
Okay. I would imagine this doesn't affect Cinder.
Right, that's why I specified, except for certain warlock things
Okay.
and other stuff. It was like I was thinking that would have accepted both Cinder and Bob and Shiori's weapons too, but that's I think the warlock thing trumps over that and says, yeah, this isn't exactly like that. So,
Dude, that's actually a lot of yeah. So cure wounds is evocation.
mm-hmm.
Interesting. Okay. Well, fuck. Yeah, she'll relay that to the group.
Yeah, as soon as Pedro relays it, Viren's just like, that's why that didn't work. Understandable now.
What did you try?
Dimension door?
Interesting.
Dimension
We
door is
realized the
part of the.
light cantrip's an evocation spell.
Yeah.
So is daylight.
Yeah, that takes away. I mean, like Phaedra's not really big on magic, but that takes away about a third of her magic.
Yeah, I lose.
So
That's
put
what
out there.
traces abjuration. Go and fuck
Thank
yourself.
God.
I have a weird question. I'm gonna test something out.
How about not throw a dagger randomly at someone or a wall?
Damn it! There goes all my plans.
And that random dagger is still sticking in the floor, by the way.
It is not. It's one of my regular daggers
No,
that
it
is.
wasn't. It was what you threw a normal dagger.
Yeah.
You didn't throw one of your
Chris,
enchanted daggers,
Chris,
though.
Chris, it can hold up to 4 items.
Oh,
Daggers
okay.
are the only thing I threw.
I thought you had three daggers in that belt.
I have 3 magical daggers and 1 normal dagger.
Oh, okay then. Yeah, it'd have vamped back to your belt then.
Blink belt. Gotta love it.
Yeah, because again, that's an already established magical item, and the whatever the wards do, they don't affect those sort of items. They just seem to affect people's actual spell casting.
Yeah. I'm gonna look for a dark place and I'm gonna try something.
Immediately lost 4 cantrips.
Oof.
Damn.
Oh, sorry, 3 cantrips.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
try
3 for Phaedra too.
shadow
It's all good,
stepping
though.
All right.
because
Oh,
Yeah, that seems to still work because it requires you to be able to see where you're going.
yeah, it's not necessarily a spell.
Mm-hmm.
You can still ninja.
All right.
So where's the spell we need to get through? Because I can just, I hold up a dagger, poke a little hole, and then, step through and then see if I can open it from in there.
And healing word. Fuck.
I always thought those were necromancy spells.
No, they're evocation.
Mm-hmm. And do you know what you used to have access permanently to until you changed the spell out?
Yeah. If we kept it at.
No, you had a permanent healing spell cast into there, and then you changed it out for a. Is it divine or transmutation that greater restoration is?
Abjuration.
Abjuration.
Abjuration. Yeah, because I know I checked it at the time, and I was looking at the 2 spells and going, yeah, I had to make sure. I actually went through the list and double checked everything just to make sure that okay, because I know what types of spells I want. I want canceled out on these words, but I'm terrible at remembering the schools, so I have to make sure I know which ones and looking at each spell that's being cast before I tell you which ones are not being effective. So yeah, I saw that it was one that was effective at the time, so you were able to cast it.
Does that mean the only person that has healing is Phaedra now? In this hotel?
Might be.
So we lost about 5-6 spells.
Shit.
I've heard talk about leveled spells. I only lost 1, 2, 3.
Level spells, I lost 1, but it was Cure Wounds.
Far Step, Dungeon Door, and Sickening Radiance. I still have
Out of
elemental.
all of my total spells, I've lost 6.
Alright, so Will only has 24 spells left.
Poor druid.
Oh, sorry. 20, 21, 25. Where is it? Nope, 24.
Yeah, there's something shady going on here.
All right, we should reconvene with Will
Everybody. Yeah.
and everyone else. Do you have to know which way Will went?
Cinder will start sniffing for Will because that's the only way to find Will.
I mean, Will kind of
you
walks out of the room, and you guys are all just standing over there. And he's like, "What the fuck?" Just kind of walks back and like slaps your knee, and then just get out, get go.
Okay, we're trying to fight. Why is violence the answer with you sometimes?
It works.
Let's go to one of our rooms.
Yeah, we'll go to whoever's room is the first one. We'll just all convene in there.
Will walks in and checks under the bed for a hinge.
Yeah, as soon as we get to the room, check
Whose room are you in? Yours, Will, or yours, Shuri, Phaedra?
whatever's closest.
Yeah, the first room. So whoever's was
So-
first.
I'm gonna go with Shuri and Phaedra. It's probably the first. Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah.
Okay.
So roll investigations.
I'll also
Wait.
look.
Do we get advantage because we know what we're looking for?
This is a different room than the small room. This is a big room with the bed more towards the middle of the room.
Mm.
Nice, Spirit.
There we go.
I'm in comfort. I know comfort room.
I'm in
Comfort.
bougie. I know where everything is.
That hinge right there, not fancy.
Like that hint, wrong hinge.
Shuri and
See,
Phaedra's
that's what
room
it's not gilded.
is pristine except for whatever detritus came out of the bathtub after use. There is no sign of hinges, no sign of anything kinky at all. Everything seems to be in perfect working order. At least anything that's inside the room directly. You can tell that there are gas lines embedded in the walls that feed into the lights, which can be activated through little switches on them to light up the room. It is actually, quite a lovely space.
But no window in here, correct?
No window. None of your rooms had windows.
Mhm.
Well, we know that it's definitely not the high class that gets the bolted trapdoors.
And that's what I thought.
Yeah.
If the rich person comes in here, they'd get a lot more attention if they vanished.
I do want to do a check to see if every cheaper room is the same in terms of being bolted down and having a hatch.
Are all the cheaper rooms on the second floor?
From what you could tell, the cheaper rooms are on the second floor. Yes.
All right, Will, what keys get?
Pours them out of the pockets.
You
Dear
got,
God.
a variety of copper, silver, silver, and gold keys. With various room numbers. You only got a handful of them. It looks like the hotel is at least at 50% capacity. So they've got maybe 20 keys here. Well, so that's more than a handful, actually. Sorry, but yeah, most of them is silver and gold. Yeah, good mix.
Good idea about the whole haunting thing you talked about. Great.
Anything out of the ordinary besides that one room that you two noticed?
Viren, you went into that place that you said was beneath, but we couldn't find a way in.
Yeah, the wall was a bit thicker than it should be.
Is that under the room?
Sorry, what was?
Under the room?
Well, not exactly under, but what behind the wall would be under. Yeah.
Okay. Thicker. I imagine if you're in the middle of the night and you start falling out of your bed through the floor, you're gonna scream.
Mm-hmm.
The thicker it is, the easier it is to hide that.
Yeah.
And
This is
also,
planned.
I
and
mean,
built for it.
and also, thicker the walls, the harder it is to scry through.
Mhm.
yeah. Let's do a check to see if all of the cheap rooms are the same.
Curious. I just all the shenanigans downstairs. Lunisa threw a dagger. Will ended up doing some like ghostly key dance, and the whole like crowd around. Did we see any like staff concerned?
Or any staff at all.
Yeah.
Oh, you're asking the GM now. No, you did not. You just saw 4 random hotel goers, or possibly just saloon patrons.
Okay, that's even weirder.
Well,
Well, the front desk was closed.
still, there was a commotion.
This is a
You'd ex-
bougie establishment.
You'd expect someone to check on a commotion being caused.
Oh god, I wish I had my spell prepared so I could just turn a stone into mud and could get all of this stone into.
Well, fine. If there's not going to be any, obviously there's something shady going on here. If they're not going to be patrolling the area, I mean, fuck, they could be watching us now for all we fucking know. Let's go down and let's check out the rooms and see
Will
what we
points
got.
at the wall and go, "We know you're there."
Okay, Will, calm down.
Cinder does the same thing and narrows her eyes. Points at the wall with Will.
Could you imagine though?
We're just gonna grab a key that's for the cheapest room.
Yeah, Fader will grab one as well.
He's disgusted by the feeling of holding something so cheap.
Ew, it's not
He
gold.
doesn't show that in front of you.
know it, but it's true.
Ew, copper.
Well, it's
Common,
actually silver and gold,
keys.
so.
Ew, what
Ew,
common-
silver.
you common people have touched this.
Yeah.
This isn't platinum. Ew.
And then we're just gonna go to one of the rooms.
Oh,
Okay.
Fader will bring Cinder and examine the room as well.
Should have
Phaedra.
either whiff or.
Splitting 2 and 2 at least.
Sure.
The
fair
rooms
enough.
that Varen and Will saw earlier looks like they could barely fit 2 people.
Birman was further disgusted by such a small accommodation.
Main reason why he's not sleeping in a small room. Anyway, off to go to one of the cheap rooms to see if they're all the same.
All right.
Showing
Are we
Phaedra and
splitting
pulling
up?
her hood up.
Roll me a 1d6 for each team that's checking out a room.
Alright, Will is going off on his own.
Okay, fine. I can do it myself.
Yeah, you can. You're a big boy. Will is going with the invisibility cloak, opening doors, furthering the spooky elements of this place.
All right. So, Phaedra, you open up one room that has again a small a small bed, and basically just a side table sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lamp on the wall. Doesn't seem to be anything else. Viren, you opened the door to much the same. There appears to be a few metallic panels along the wall as you look in, which is different from the room that you saw.
Huh.
Will, you open up and you see pretty much the same room that you saw earlier.
With hinge and all?
Lights off. You're gonna go. Are you gonna go inside?
Yeah.
I mean, Vern's gonna go inside his as well to
Yeah,
check for
Phaedra too.
hinge.
All right. Let's see.
The whole point of going inside.
Okay. Phaedra, you go inside. Let's start with Phaedra. Roll me an investigation. You and whoever else is with you, roll investigation.
All right.
Okay. Let's see. Investigation for Phaedra. And then Cinder. Oh, baby girl.
Yeah, Shiori, you look around. You look under the bed. You don't see any of these hinges that your companions spoke of.
Nothing bolted to the floor.
Mm-hmm. Viren,
Yep.
are you going inside?
Yes.
Who's with you?
I think I'm alone.
Do you leave the door?
Unless Linessa decided to come with me.
Sure. I can't leave this little elf boy alone. He's gonna get
Oh,
Oh,
Lunice is getting soft.
Do you leave the door open or do you close it?
Lynn is not an old lady, so
Yeah, Vern,
Um,
it's not old yet.
close it because
Okay.
yeah, close it in case anyone walks by.
All right. So you close the door and you realize that while your previous door that you played with was a nice wooden door, this one is metal on the other side. There is a strange sound and a whirring noise, and suddenly those panels along the ground spring to life, and electricity starts arcing out from them towards you.
Can I?
Roll 1d2.
Oh, good.
Oh God.
wait, what?
Are you
Me,
kidding me?
Like you're in the room and this is happening.
Yeah.
me too.
Yeah. Whoever was first. Oh dear.
I will just jump up and hold on to the ceiling.
Actually, for you, that would be both of you roll me dexterity saving throws to see how quickly you get to do that.
Okay. I have evasion, so.
Well, that's not good.
Oh no, Viren.
Oh, poor Fern.
Yes, especially with that other roll. Yeah.
Why does my room have to have metal plates and lightning?
All right. Okay.
But isn't
So
this evocation?
Larissa managed to get out of the way, especially with evasion, and is in fact clinging onto that that gas lantern as poor Viren gets electrocuted.
Oh!
Oh,
Oh,
Jesus Christ!
dead?
Not outright dead, but I'm
Not
down.
that. Yeah, I'm so lucky I made that, because that would have put me down too.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
dead.
No, not
No,
dead. Dead.
no.
I'm.
It's
That's
not that
no.
weak.
That's not enough. That's not enough to outright kill me. Also, 69 damage. Nice.
Mhm. Yeah.
Saw
Derek,
coming. Nice.
question, Grace.
Question? Yes.
Is the electricity still going, or did it stop?
It stopped after Viren collapsed to the ground. Give me a second.
Oh goodness.
Because I will hop down and try to do like a medicine check to make sure he doesn't die. Do I have healing potion?
I do.
Phaedra. Phaedra has them. Oh,
Yeah,
wait,
Phaedra has a bunch.
Wait, does
Oh
Phaedra?
wait,
But
look. I have healing potions, right? Weird squiggy potion. Yes.
Weird. What? Don't you have something labeled gamma poison as well?
No. I don't. I
So,
do.
So Viren, you're on the ground. Viren's on the ground, and there is another click word that sounds a bit different, and the floor begins to slope, going downwards towards the back of the room. Viren is starting to slide. You, who are conscious, Linissa, are able to keep yourself from sliding. What do you do?
Can I? Is there an opening we're sliding towards? Like, is it?
Yes, there's an opening at an angle going towards the towards the wall that seems to be slipped downwards.
Okay, I'm gonna jump on Vern. I'm gonna try and stabilize him before he takes like fall damage and dies.
Well, he's not falling; he's just sliding. But
Yeah, so I'm gonna try and get over to him.
you're
Fix
already
it.
you're already over him.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and medicine check him so he isn't dead yet.
Okay,
Right?
roll your medicine check.
And then I'm gonna go limp and pretend to be unconscious. I'm
You,
so...
you, you, you just caused him one death saving throw loss.
What?
Oh,
Right, I'm
so...
gonna get killed by Quentin.
Can I see if he has the potion on him?
Too late. You specified medicine check, and then you were basically you pressed your hands down on his chest, and there was a crack as his ribs broke. But
Oops.
Jesus fucking.
Fucking hell! How?
I'm sorry.
How?
Look,
I
I'm
mean,
trained
after
to
she does
murder
that, you can
people.
look for my
Yeah,
for
after that,
healing potion.
can I look for his healing potion? Be like, okay, this is not gonna work.
you're already sliding. He's already sliding. I said you've got one other chance, and you decided to go medicine. So while that's happening, I'm going to switch over to Will. As I said,
Yay!
you see your room looks very much like the last room that you saw like this.
Mhm.
Do you leave the door open or closed? And what's your perception check, actually?
Passive?
Yeah, what's your passive perception?
Well, it's 23,
Okay,
but if we go with advantage gives +5 passive, then it's 28.
all right. So as you move to potentially close the door, you realize there's no knob on this side.
He kind of looks at it. Right. Is there anything loose in the room? Like,
Roll an investigation.
like anything, like fucking a book or a pillow or.
You don't see anything. You just see a bed and a side table, and that lamp that's fixed to the wall.
Can he remove a drawer from the side table?
You pull up the drawer. It makes a clicking noise, and it seems to be attached to the frame.
Weird question. Amulets?
What kind of amulets?
The tokens that we have. That go like,
yes, that's right.
bleep, bleep, bleep.
Yeah.
Is Viren wearing his pin?
Yes.
Then yes,
Oh.
everybody's things would be blinking in a second, but right now this will happen as Will is currently checking through the room,
Oh, good.
standing at the doorway trying to grab at the side table.
So it hasn't happened for Will yet.
It hasn't happened for Will yet. This is all
Right, this
happening
is
at the
gonna
same
cause
time.
a massive panic.
Yes.
Alright,
Loading
so
Phaedra panic in 3, 2, 1.
We are live at the site of panic.
alright. Fucking. So there's nothing loose in the room.
Correct. Nothing loose in the room.
And there was nothing out in the hallway. Not even a carpet.
There is a carpet, but it's like, it's a tacked down carpet. It's not a rug.
Fucking piece of shit. So Will is just like, okay, Will is gonna like open his bag, take out some of his common clothes, I guess, that he has. Just bundle them up by the door in the door frame so that if it tries to close, it will get hindered.
Okay.
And then it will go and continue to look through the room.
All right. Roll investigation.
Yeah, I'm not fond of the whole locking me in here. Nope.
You don't find anything, and as you're like completing that look, your pin begins to flash. Let's move back to Phaedra and Shuri. Your pin is flashing.
Immediately, just like she just like looks up Shiori, eyes go wide, looks at Pin. Something happened. Shit! Grabs
Yep.
hand, pulls out room, goes down to next room, which I assume is Viren, because we went in order. So it'd be Shiori, Phaedra.
Yeah, although it's again, this place is very confusing, and it was very difficult to find the rooms. They're not all next to each other because other people are in different rooms nearby.
Cinder, girl, which way is Viren? Sniffing out.
Cinder quickly flies to the rescue and quickly gets you to the room because the spore is very recent. She's very familiar with Viren, therefore you don't need to roll for this.
Okay. I'm assuming the door is closed.
The door is
Locked.
closed.
Okay, she tries to open it.
Is the key still stuck in?
Yeah,
it?
is the key still in there?
Lanissa, Viren, you guys closed the door. I assume that you took the key with you.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so no, and it is locked.
Really?
She immediately starts trying to bang it down.
And as this is happening, as you're starting to hear the banging on the other side of the door, Lanissa, what do you wish to do to try to stop Viren from falling down, sliding down into that pit?
Oh, this is. How big is the hole of the pit?
Big enough for a body to slide down.
Yeah, but like, how? Like, is it as tall as a human or like
No,
as wide as a human?
It's as wide as a human. It's basically the whole back of the room slopes downward, and whoever's there is sliding down a slide, basically a sliding motion.
What if would an oath bow be large enough to like surpass the circumference of the hole and stand on?
I don't see how that would work.
How do you? I mean, how do you mean?
There's nothing to stand on per se. It's basically
Wait, let me.
hmm.
Like,
the
it's
entire
the whole
wall
like.
opening up.
Like, could I do this, or is it just like a giant hole? Like,
It's a giant hole. It's more like a pizza oven.
oh,
It's like the
okay.
opening of a pizza oven. You where it's just a slot, and somebody's sliding down there. The earth bow I don't think would be wide enough.
Whole floor is
Oh,
The whole floor is tilted downward.
the floor is made out of metal, right? But is it made
no,
out of?
No, the metal is the side panels along the bottom wall and the door itself.
Yeah, but the
But
floor
but
we are
only
on.
the back of the door.
Yeah,
the-
but what we're sliding on, what is it made out of?
It felt a bit like wood with a bit of a slick carpet on top.
I will take a dagger and pin Viren to the wall with his clothes, not his body, if that's possible.
Make an attack roll. We'll see if you can make it.
Can I choose to have them not blink back? Because I need to know that right now.
Yeah. But you
Okay.
said you're stabbing down. If you were throwing it, which
I mean,
wouldn't
fair.
it would be a disadvantage because A, he's in front of you, B, he is prone.
Okay, yeah. Come on.
All right. What's your AC, Viren?
My AC without
I'm trying. I
mage
told you I'm
armor
not,
is 12.
Okay.
I'm not
So
trying to stab him though.
the dagger goes right through your clothes and goes right into the floor, kind of like sticking him in there. His feet are still in the hole though.
I'm gonna look for a healing potion and feed him the healing potion.
Do you have a healing potion on you, Viren?
Yes, I have a greater healing potion.
And currently, Will, what are you doing?
Well, some fuckers it is. Yeah, let's see here. Alright then. This is a weird room. I'm just gonna take my clothes and leave.
my clothes and leave.
you see a dwarf like ramming into a door over and over again in the hallway.
Like, if I can find it.
Strength check or athletics, please. Please, Phaedra.
Can I do something? Can like she? I have an idea to help
Okay.
weaken it. Can she pull out the alchemy jug and say acid and pour it on the lock?
Sure.
She does that, and then she will.
All right. At this point, Lanissa and Phaedra, I need you both to make to give me a an initiative roll.
Sure.
Okay. Oh, that's pretty sad.
All right, you're in the midst of patting Viren's clothes down for the thing. That's what you're the action. You're in the middle of Phaedra. You take out the Akamaja and splash acid onto the lock. The lock goes ping, and there is a clicking noise inside the room, and the floor suddenly pushes itself up with Viren's feet still trapped in the hole.
What? Oh no.
Another death saving throw loss.
I mean, wouldn't I have fed him the potion though? I mean, no, I
Uh,
guess because I need to Sam.
Yeah, you are now just as you're seeing his feet getting crushed in a in a wall. Phaedra, you pull open the door just as I was asking Viren, you do have a potion, don't you?
Yeah, I have a greater healing potion.
So yeah,
Yeah, roll
Luna's
that,
pulling
man.
it from your thing and dropping it down your thing just as you're seeing the blood oozing out from your feet, as which are currently trapped inside the wall. Well, partly they're crushed like pancakes.
Is the door open now?
The door is open and you see a bloody and charred Viren laying there.
Phaedra's gonna try to, if she can, wedge whatever slot that's available in the floor to try to. Yeah, to try to free Viren's legs.
Viren, you wake up in terrible pain.
Yeah, Viren is screaming at the top of his lungs.
Hold on. Please. We got you. Calm down. Sorry. And she'll be. I'm working it! And she tries. She's trying to free.
Over mouth still. Crowbar to the dwarf.
Yeah.
Is Will there?
Yes.
Are his feet severed or just like
they are
mush?
Smashed and mangled?
Oh no.
Oh no, that's Will's problem. I can't fix that.
There you go. You're no longer that big. You're not trapped anymore.
What have you turned him into?
A lizard.
So as you go for the crowbar on the wall finishes slamming shut. There's a pile of blood in front of that, and there's now a lizard on the floor.
What the fuck just happened?
Will takes off his.
We walked in.
The lizard quickly scatters out of that cursed room.
Will picks up the lizard.
Lizard does not want to be picked up.
Contested dexterity.
Oh goodness.
Do I technically use the lizard's
Yes, you do.
Yes.
And that is?
Just roll me a 1d20 and I'll let you know.
Probably
Actually,
not a plus 2.
The lizards are small, fast, and agile. The lizard manages to dodge the hand of the gnome.
All right.
What the fuck?
All right.
And make sure it's out of the room as quickly as possible.
What the hell? Yeah, I guess we'll leave. She'll hand Sherry back the crowbar. What the hell happened in there? Is Viren okay?
Can we return him back to normal so he can talk?
Do you what? him to be normal now. He can walk now.
Wow.
But
Please
he's in pain no
explain.
matter what, right?
Don't think so. I mean, he gets his own new. He gets a new hit point
The
maximum.
lizard
Like,
currently is not in pain.
yeah.
Somebody please explain what the fuck just happened before I cut a wall.
I mean, we walked in. Vern got electrocuted, and then the room started to like tilt, and he started to like slip towards the hole, and was like, "Yeah, maybe not."
When did the electricity start?
Uh,
Stepped in the room.
I think it was when we closed the door, I think, or like at least when the two of us were in here. And then it happened pretty quickly. We weren't investigating while it went off.
We locked behind you.
So Will is standing in the doorway at the moment.
Yeah.
So these traps trigger when we close the doors. That's my best guess.
Yeah, you're gonna get electrocuted, so I was fine. Viren was not. Then the thing went back up, and I wasn't quick enough, so his legs happened. Yeah. It does seem to go more downward from where we were, so wherever people are going, it's downward. I do have a plan. Maybe we should all leave the room before it goes off again.
I'm sitting in the hallway.
Yeah, Phaedra's in the hallway too.
I'll get out then too.
Will, did you find anything in your room?
Actually, I found a lack of things. There was no doorknob on the inside.
Didn't see anything in ours, so they're not all the same. But we didn't
Should
close
we-
our door.
Should we just? I mean, you told Will that these certain spells don't work, right?
Yeah, she communicated that to everybody.
Yeah. So
Yeah, the only
should we?
person that doesn't know is Urk.
Yeah.
Should we get
I mean,
Viren out of here so
I
we
mean,
could possibly
don't-
apply some healing?
Yeah.
just go
Weird.
out. Why not just leave this place? Why are we worrying about this hotel? This hotel
At
clearly
this
sucks.
point, this hotel and the people in it have essentially attacked us, and I am going to gut them.
And
Technically,
we
yeah.
know that they're
The
possibly
lizard
kidnapping.
jumps at that.
Yeah, and it is kind of weird and freaky how it just all the cheap rooms are definitely death traps.
I mean, where's the manager? He should know what's going on. We'll just go kick his butt.
I have an idea. It's
I mean, at
really
this point,
stupid.
I'm almost willing to let Linus have a go.
I do have
You
an
know
option if he's sleeping.
what?
I can enter someone's dream if they're asleep, as long as I know who they are.
And he
The same
did give
target
you
distance.
the name.
Well, I just have to have seen them once.
Oh yeah.
Anyone who can sleep. He was not an elf.
All right. Well, I got some healing capabilities. Do you anyone here want to share something? So I'll take Viren out back and put him down. I mean, heal him.
I have a little bit of healing too. I've got some that I can give for Viren.
Kind of like when Donkey breaks his leg and you have to put it down.
It's not a horse.
No, it's a lizard.
Let's all go together. Stay together.
Well, should we begin with Viren?
Yes.
Right. Let's get out of this building.
Mm-hmm.
Going out for some fresh air, listening to Viren scream in pain. Lovely night for pain.
Viren, do you allow yourself to be picked up at this point?
At this point, yeah.
All right.
The panic moment is
Here,
a bit.
I'll put you next to this blade of grass.
So yeah, you guys managed to go outside. Majority of your party, minus basically everyone minus Eric, are now outside of the hotel. With you weren't even stopped. No one came to check up on you. Nothing happened based on you breaking open a door. It's all pretty quiet, except for the handful of people who are still in the saloon drinking.
Talking about ghost stories.
Yes.
Find a little alley or something that we could do this. Not just out of view a little bit. Not like sitting in front of the hotel dealing with
Right.
like in case Vera needs to scream or
Yeah.
something.
So you
like
go around to the back side
Yeah.
of the hotel and the nice alleyway and everything. There's like dumpsters and whatnot.
Hey, Pedro.
Hmm.
Interesting. Here's a little magic lesson.
Okay.
Before people realized that they could just stop concentrating on spells, they had to do more extreme things to cause the spell to end.
Oh, okay. Do we need to do this here?
Well, if I throw him against the wall, that should end the spell.
Let's
Okay.
not do that.
What?
Eyeing Will.
It's
at
just
this
an
point.
interesting history and magic lesson. But
Well, it makes sense, like, because you throw the sticks against the wall, right? So you got to
Exactly.
throw the lizard against the wall to break the
and you
polymorph.
smash
Wizard.
things to apply healing.
What?
It
It's
would
a
hurt the
lizard.
wizard.
It's a
Liz-
wizard.
it-
It's okay.
It's a
Wizard,
lizard, not a wizard.
It would hurt Viren.
Wizard lizard.
Don't worry. In these modern times, we can just control the magic to cease, and Viren returns.
Viren, you're still in excruciating pain once more. Your feet are still very much mangled.
Phaedra will go.
Viren
for
tries
it.
to not scream.
Yeah.
For Viren, please roll me a Constitution saving throw.
But Will has his clothes out. Could he just stick a sock in his mouth?
I was gonna pull out some rope.
You're in a lot of pain, Viren, and you're not quite passing out from it, but you feel your body feels like it wants to.
Phaedra's gonna pull out some hempen rope or a leather strap and just be like, "Here, bite down on this."
I'll do that.
And she's going to she would dump all of her healing that she has in for him. So she's got a cure wounds 2nd level.
All right.
Will apply some healing.
Pain starts to succumb to endorphins. Now
And then okay.
the potential for blood problems and infections based on this amount of damage is mitigated by these healing spells. Unfortunately, due to mangling, your feet are still useless. You're healing and you're no longer weeping blood. You're no longer in danger of a sudden embolus from fractured bones, but everything is healing together in a mangled pile down there.
Well, you need a doctor.
Once I get the ability to walk, that bloody building is going to burn. I swear to God.
I feel like it was partially my fault. Something that I did triggered it. Here, until we can get you to the doctor, you might not be able to walk, but you can fly. And she will give Viren her flying boots.
You apply the boots.
Sadly, sadly, the boots will not fit on his feet. They're too mangled.
Oh, that would have
Come on, that would work. All she has to do is use a little bit of force and just mangle them down there.
No.
Shuri
Oh.
will pull a patch from her cloak. And it's a little large at the moment, but a 24-foot ladder will appear. Wooden ladder. We can cut this into make some crutches.
Cool, we can use my old clothes here too.
Okay.
With some axe work, we can make some crutches.
Also, look, Viren. Look,
but
Viren. And he
technically-
takes out the red gem.
I'm
and pushes
actually
it against it.
She's got woodworking tools.
Oh, look at that.
Will,
Holy fuck.
what is Will doing with the red orb?
Just pushing it against you for a second. I don't know if that helped anything, really. But don't you agree? It feels nice.
It probably does make him feel nice, but it doesn't do anything to help his inability to walk. The crutches, on the other hand, are, kind of nice. Although, again, he can't put any real weight right now on it. Well,
On any of
actually,
my feet.
yeah, the feet bones are just that. Even though they're no longer hurting on their own, trying to put weight on them will start cause incredible pain because they would just be grinding together at weird points.
I'm so sorry, Viren. We'll get you to a doctor and we'll try to fix your feet.
Here's my question. Could we create some sort of brace or something that at the very least his feet won't touch the ground? Because he still
Wheelchair?
work his legs.
Make me an intelligence check.
Oh! Can we get him a battle chair?
Actually, I was just pondering that. It's like I didn't mean to do it this way, but making him into a battle chair thing would be really cool.
Like a wizard battle chair.
Yes. Shuri, you guys don't happen to have the materials or the know-how to actually craft something like that. You've got the idea of it in your head, sort of, but you don't have you don't have the knowledge of how to
Yeah.
make it work. That being said, you have been hearing, as you've been walking around and hearing from other people, there is an entire section of the city that's devoted to tinkerers and artificers. You might be able to find him something there, although you'll have to wait till morning.
Vader are technically proficient in Smith's tools.
Yes.
In actually building stuff,
Did not mean to play that.
part of it is you don't have the you don't have the forge for that, and you don't
Yeah.
have the technical know-how of making something that complex. You can use your Smith's tools to repair your armor, and if you got something cool like a battle chair and it was made of metal, you could use your Smith's tools to repair it, possibly add things to it, but you don't actually have the knowledge or training of how to make one.
I mean, we can
Alright.
make him a wheelchair.
Question.
Hmm.
As a temporary fix, can I use this
Alter self.
and choose to alter my form?
With that, you are still going to have difficulty actually walking, but you'll find it's far easier to use the crutches to move around with the alter self.
Or could he use the flying boots?
Or that. It's like, you could basically use that for an hour.
Flying boots do require attunement, don't they?
Yeah, so I don't know if
yeah.
you have a slot.
Oh, I hardly have any attunement requirement.
If you want the flying boots until your feet are fixed, she'll give them to you.
These crushes will do.
Okay.
We'll go do something in the morning, and we'll deal with this more tomorrow.
Are we actually
Hey.
going to stay in that place?
Well, as far as we know, our rooms are not trapped.
We won't stay alone. One room.
Agreed. Viren gets a comfy bed.
Agreed.
Agreed.
And Phaedra will actually carry Viren up into the room, so he doesn't have to crutch upstairs.
Who's carrying the
What
crutches then?
I'll carry the crutches up.
All right.
question? The wall, the thick wall that Viren and Will investigated earlier. What was the wall made of?
Let's see, thick wall. It looks like wood from your side, but there's just something about it that maybe there's some other material behind it.
Hmm.
But you could definitely see wood.
All right. Yeah, no, he's just planning ahead.
So you all get up to Shiori and Phaedra's room, your entire party minus Urk, and put Viren up on the bed.
We'd probably trying to get into this room. Just
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I'm guessing
he's
we're
not
not
answering
going
his
out.
door.
So I guess we're not going out to sea tomorrow.
no.
Probably
He's
not. We should fix Viren first.
Yeah. All right. Just double checking.
Wouldn't. What if you cast high level healing magic through the stone? Would that maybe fix him?
This stone would probably just cast a spell again, but
We couldn't cast the spell in here. We would have to do it to the stone outside.
I mean,
this is true.
if it's only one, you'd only really need to cast it once.
Yeah,
You wouldn't
no.
need. You wouldn't need to put it into the stone. Per se.
Yes, but yeah, that's true. But did use the time and dust.
Mm-hmm.
So, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say we could see what we can find at market tomorrow. If by chance we come upon some more diamond dust, then maybe we'll revisit that plan. At this point, we have a very powerful spell on that gem already. Or I don't know. Well, I guess we'll just. It's been a long night. I'll just see what the morning brings.
Anyone have anything else they wish to do before going to sleep?
Keep watch.
Yeah.
Shiori doesn't
can
trust
I-
anything now.
Can I
Curse displaced
check for
celestial.
traps?
What'd you say, Linissa?
Can I check for traps?
Of course.
I will assist you.
Okay,
You
so
advantage, but I'm going to look around. So
I have
you,
double
you,
advantage.
Nah, I'm just going to help look around because you already have advantage. Holy fuck!
Dear
Yeah,
God,
You
y'all.
guys search through the room once more, and once again come up with nothing in this room that appears to be trapped.
Perfect.
Yeah, I'm down for taking watches. If we want to break it up. Phaedra's gonna want to be on watch, Shiori.
So here I bring up the most worthless spell, but I could have.
You know?
But it doesn't say where the trap is. It just goes, there is a trap.
Congratulations, you have a trap.
Yes, there is a trap within 120 feet. Thanks.
Thank you so much.
I tried to use that down in the fucking Mad Mage dungeon. It's fucking useless.
Yeah.
I mean, it does highlight the traps, doesn't it?
No.
Nope, there's no traps within line of sight.
As long as it's
No, I didn't cast it. It's just
Okay.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It has to be 120 feet within line of sight.
Yep.
And it doesn't tell you how far away or
But
where
you say
it is.
you can see it, but you don't see it. It's basically like a shifted DM.
So
there a trap here? Yes. Where? Yes.
Pretty much.
Why don't you step around and look for it? Perhaps it's over by the door.
I mean, you do also learn the nature of it. So
Oh,
you
yeah, sure.
somewhat
Yeah.
know what you're kind of looking for.
Yeah, well, sure, but
But yeah, it's kind of
That might have been nice to know how that trap works before you fucking.
yeah. It would have been
Yeah.
nice.
Don't worry, we're gonna make you into fucking Xavier.
yeah.
It will be awesome.
Yep. We're gonna get you a battle chair, Varen. It's gonna be
I'll let
great.
you. This building will not survive once I get maneuverability back.
And now that you guys are, taking watches and keeping track of everything and, sleeping for the night, that is where we'll end for today. And
Fly
come
on
back.
the fucking wheelchair.